everybody, and welcome to another year at Tankfest. Mr. Bam, hello.
Hello.
You are my fabulous assistant for the day.
Fabulous, am I, you say?
But, right, okay, we should get this out of the road with before anybody mentions it. You said you would have fabulous nails.
And aren't they fabulous? I trimmed them up just for you, just for the community.
But where's the color? Where's the glitter?
The person that was supposed to help me out with that this morning had canceled. I rushed around all over Bovington. I apologize, but I trimmed them up. That was as much as I can apply.
So you were let down?
I don't see it as a letdown. I see it as, I'll make it up to everybody.
You'll make it up to everybody, okay.
With this very compelling and awesome stream we're about to have.
Okay. Mute Petty, he's in the background. Unfortunately, you will not be allowed to mute him today. As much as you all love to, you will not be muting them today. And I actually went for blue this year because it matches the outfit I'm wearing later on tonight.
Ah.
So we did
thematic.
Matching for everything later on. It's going to be wonderful. But let's get back to business, because it's another year, it's another Tankfest. We are live within the Tanks for the Memories Hall. It is just literally round the corner from our gaming zone as people are photobombing behind us. So you get to join in all the chaos that is going to be happening around here today. And we have, as Bam mentioned, got a jam-packed stream. We've got around 2.5 to about 3 hours worth of content. We have got some guest stars coming along, you know. Do you fancy pineapple? Maybe you fancy duck? Maybe you fancy both.
Ooh.
But we've also got drops. Lots of you have already noticed that you have got the Tank Festival special camo. That is our special camo that only comes out once a year. You will be able to earn that today on our stream. You will then be able to earn a second wave of it with Zactool later on. And then finally, after Zactool finishes and early tomorrow morning, we will go again across all of the CCs and the CAs on Twitch, and they will be giving it out as well for the rest of the weekend.
So plenty of opportunities to get those drops is what you're saying, right?
Plenty of opportunities to get all of those drops on
Wonderful.
Twitch. And I believe we've got a mystery tech tree to announce today.
A mystery tech tree.
A mystery tech tree. So I want everybody to throw their guesses in chat now. What could that mystery tech tree possibly be?
It could be in World War II, or could it be in Cold War? Who knows? Could it be a mysterious different game mode? The Dutch tech tree from Tram.
A Dutch tech tree would be very interesting.
Tier 0.
That would be, I think I might have to go on a historical dig and double check everything later on and find out what is in the Dutch line of tanks. A Tog tech tree, you know, I believe that proposal crossed your desks a few years ago.
It actually did. In fact, I think I still have the notes somewhere on my desktop. we did have active conversations about it.
We did. But the getting
logistics of it.
Togs to work across all tiers, who knows? Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
But even maybe today, we might have some TOG-related news to talk about. Maybe a little bit later, but.
Well, I think everybody has by now seen that the TOG did get its updated 28-pounder gun.
Yep.
Which I'm hearing lots of people get very excited about that.
Yeah.
Just because it's finally historically accurate and matches what is in the museum about, what, a 2-3 minute walk over in that direction.
I still have yet to go visit the TOG.
You still haven't?
It's been so this is my first day here at Tankfest this year. By the way, great to be back. I missed you guys last year. Right?
You did miss us last year, you did.
But love being back here. This is my first day in. It was a busy morning. Had a wonderful time meeting with a lot of players. If you guys are here at Tankfest with us today, here at the museum, don't hesitate. We're here all weekend. We have the Game Center right around the corner. Myself, KB, various other guests, as she's hinting at, are around. Do not hesitate. Come on by. Say hi. They won't bite. I do. Don't worry. I bite nicely.
And excuse you?
I gave the warning. I'm letting it out there. I gave the warning. But yeah, hit us up. We're, one of the pleasures of being here in person.
That we get to give away goodies.
We do get to give away goodies. That is true.
Give away goodies.
Why don't you tell them about what we have?
If you are at Tankfest and you have not had chance to complete your TOG game board, don't worry about it. We've got you covered. Come visit, come say hi. Everybody gets a TOG code this weekend. It also comes with 7 days of premium. And you get these lovely little souvenir bonus code cards. I think those are wonderful. And then we've also, if our staff think you deserve one, we have got some postcards that are, well, we picked out artwork that...
Some of our key arts from previous seasons, yes.
Previous season artworks, and they have been picked out with stuff that you guys have really enjoyed in the past. So we have the Skoda T56 one, which I distinctly remember somebody actually painted it on their van. So that's why that one got picked. I didn't know that. Huh. We've got our, what we call our evergreen art, so you will see this around a lot, of the jumping Abrams through the sky. It is
what an Abrams kind of does when it's getting enough speed going off a ramp.
Yes, and then I'm sure this one's quite recent. This one's within the last 12 months, the FV225. It was, again, one of the tanks that players really liked during our June season last year.
Yep.
And then finally...
My favorite.
You like this one, the K1?
I like this one.
Again, another one that people have really loved over the years. And if you're really lucky, there might be a few others scattered about as well. But all of these also come with various different bonus codes. Some of them have the Leopard VT2. We've got Frostbites, we've got Hellcats, we've got NM116s. We've got all sorts here too, well...
World War II fans and Cold War fans can get some free tanks out of it.
World War II fans, we've got something for everybody. And they are also lovely little postcards too. So if you wanted to send one off to a friend, have fun. Because there is room for addresses, you've got stamps, you can add extra images if you wanted to. And yes, I am purposely hiding the code on the bottom of this card. You're not stealing it today, chat. Yeah, you're not stealing it today.
That's why I don't hold up the card, because I would have been the goofball to spoil it.
Yes, absolutely. But we've not just got that. Obviously, we're milling around, we're talking to everybody, we're having lots of fun. While we get the chat going a bit more, right, I want to know, not just from you, but also from chat themselves, tanks. If you were here at the museum, what tanks would you love to see? Other than TOG, obviously.
Other than TOG, obviously, yes.
Other than TOG.
My go-tos every year is to see the Sherman Fury.
Yes.
Which I have yet to see, because they will be demoing that out in the Kuwait arena.
They will be.
Probably already made its pass through today. But also the Tiger 131, which I did, of course, get a chance to see that one just earlier today. So I had the visit for that one. Definitely recommend, if you guys are in-house here today, see that tank. It's in the larger, I forget what the hall is called, the larger museum with section that has a lot of the historical tanks, as well as some of the moderns.
Oh, you mean the tank story hall that takes you through Little Willie and comes all the way through to the likes of Challenger 2?
Yes. There's a really good prompt, like a TV screen adjacent to the Tiger 131. It gives you a little bit of history, how they come to acquire the tank itself, and talk a little bit about the secrets it's learned, its weaknesses, its strengths. Very educational. And of course, being here amongst the tanks here at the Tank Museum, you always get a reality check at the sheer scale of these monsters around the place. You really do.
Speaking of, do you recognize any of the tanks behind us?
Let's see here.
You should.
We do have a Sherman way in the back. I don't think, no,
they can't see the Sherman. They can see the one directly behind you.
Yes, the
and
AMX.
Also the one that goes a little further back behind me. So yes, we have the AMX, and we've got a Centurion over there as well. There is also a little FV, but I don't think we've got a shot of him at the moment.
Okay.
He's hiding away towards the back of the hall. It is. So we are in the Tanks for the Memories Hall, and here they go through how tanks have sort of impacted everybody's life. From toys to things like Action Man, dinky toys are one of them.
To the video games.
To the video games. So it goes through everything on how tanks have impacted not just like video games, but toys and the rest of it.
Yeah.
Didn't Tiger 2 go back to France? The Tiger 2 from France did go back to France, but you can find one in the World War II War Stories Hall, which is next door to us.
When did they have the Tiger 2 here? Was that last year?
Yes.
It was?
Yes,
Okay.
King Tiger, that was epic.
That was the one I heard.
You're going to make chat jealous bringing that up.
You made me jealous. So that's a memory in the books.
But no, over the course of the next few hours, we will be talking about lots more tanks. But you will definitely get to see a certain camo-obsessed Zots. I have noticed that he's already been doing some strange things with the Hetzer.
Not surprised.
Yeah, me neither.
I didn't look.
Yeah, I made sure to go and look at the Hetzer before Zots got there because, yeah, I didn't need to see anything else.
Yeah.
But now there are going to be ducks, there are going to be pineapples, there's going to be plenty of other people as well joining us across the course of the stream. And actually, I know quite a few people have already been and said hi, like Crippled Cowboy and everybody. But who else will be coming and saying hi over the weekend at Tankfest?
Who else will be coming by to say hi?
Who else is coming around to say hi? Because I know a lot of these guys are very excited and also mentioned that they might be here across this weekend.
Ah. Well, we do have later on the stream today, we have, he's going by the name Briggs.
Yes.
Our lead artist on the team. I'm not sure if he's been on a stream in the past. Maybe a dev diary.
It will be his debut.
His debut.
His debut. We're throwing him in at the deep end. It will be fine.
He's sneaking back in the background right now. This one.
Yes, you will see more of Briggs later on. He is actually going to be around to discuss a lot of maps with us.
Yes.
I think we're going to take a bit of a deep dive into how Fred Vang and Melanovka Summers came alive.
Yeah, and a little bit of a look back of our 2026 up until now, some of our releases.
Yes.
Tanks, maps, you name it. Yeah.
But I have heard quite a few people mention that they do want to see Tog. They do want to see Tiger and everything else.
I don't blame them.
I can't blame them. I would, to be fair, I need to get time to go outside because I have heard that there might be a Centurion AVRE about.
Is that the highlight tank this year?
It might be my highlight tank.
Your highlight, okay.
Chat, don't come at me. But I did hear there's a Centurion AVRE about, and I would actually like to go and see which one it is.
So they are. It's here in the museum or rolling around in the arena?
It's rolling around in the arena.
Okay.
So it has been brought down by one of the other museum collections.
Okay.
So I am.
Did I also hear? I'm sorry. Go on. I interrupted.
No. Go on.
Nashorn
is here.
Was it last year or?
It was a couple of years ago now that yes, it did get stopped at the French customs.
In the customs, I heard about that.
Yes.
Okay.
But they made it this year. They made it this year. It will be in the arena at some point. And if any of you are not making it to Tankfest, you can catch our colleagues on World of Tanks Official, our PC guys, and they will be live streaming the arena show this Sunday afternoon.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, that's Sunday afternoon British summertime, so again, incredibly early for our American audience, but you will be able to see them.
That sounds awesome. Hip Putu, but too hot to go outside. Well, let's be. Today worked out.
Today has worked out quite well because
yes.
it's cooled off slightly. The laptop is only reading about 25 degrees.
Okay.
But the last 2 days have been incredibly hot. There has been a lot of rehydration going on. The team helping us behind the scenes, I delivered water to them earlier, and they were just like, yes, thank you.
So we're not a sweaty mess up here. It's not just nervousness. It could have been in the heat, but
no.
We're doing pretty good. We got a little bit of air circulation happening.
The last couple of days and all of the filming and everything, it's been warm. I was glad that most of my filming was indoors so that I didn't have to go out in that sun yesterday.
There you go.
Look, there goes some of our PC colleagues.
Making their cameo appearance.
Making their cameo appearances, as are many other people. I do see a duck sort of kind of photobombing because he's just that tall. Still stupidly hot there. It still feels stupidly hot. I know we had a bit of a storm overnight, but it's been one of those where it doesn't feel like it's cooled down that much.
I didn't even know a storm came by last night.
It did come by, but as I was sort of drifting off last night, I heard the thunder rolling in. But I don't know if we did get any rain or if anything got cleared up, because it really doesn't feel it.
Okay.
It still feels incredibly humid like it was yesterday.
Before we dive into, because we have a lot of content to go over.
We have got a lot of content.
And this is just going to be from my perspective to share with you guys. We've been doing Tankfest streams for, this is year 4?
I believe this is the 4th, yes.
This is the 4th year. I've only attended Tankfest and done the streams with you guys for 3 of the years.
Yes.
And I am very excited because the team's been working very hard. We have a lot of content.
We do, we do.
A lot of content to talk about, features, new mechanics, this mysterious tech tree line coming up. I dare say this might be the best Tankfest stream we're ever going to do. Get excited.
Are you putting bets on, are you now?
I'm putting bets on it.
Okay.
We have something that really walk you guys through what's up and coming this year to get very excited.
That is awful. I can't believe he brought that back again. He brought it down last year.
He wrote what down?
The backpack, if you look at the screen.
Oh, funny.
Oh, Mr. Winged got in the way. How rude.
That's amazing.
Right. Apparently, our stream has just crashed. Are we good over there?
Got too hot.
I will have a look on this side as well.
They're saying reload. We back.
We're back. We're good. Everybody is... I've reloaded my Twitch as well. We all seem to be okay on this end. That's the weather for you, folks. That is the weather for you. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Right, then.
Well, let's keep rolling, huh?
Let's keep rolling, because it does seem that everybody is now back with us. So, there is going to be lots of yapping, and chat also want to know what the turret is behind us. Do you know what that turret is?
Well, I know you can climb up in it like this.
You can climb up in it.
I do not know.
And maybe Winged might demonstrate in a bit climbing into the turret if he's listening. But it is actually a FV-107 scimitar turret.
I felt it in my gut. I'm like, I'm going to sound stupid if I guess wrong, but I should have just went with it.
French tank. There is a French tank hiding in the background. There is an AMX over there. It is the 1375. And yes, the turret directly behind me is the FV-107 scimitar turret.
You know, I do miss the last couple of years when we did the stream from the VCC, the Vehicle Conservation Center, where it was amazing, where behind us were all these rows upon rows of tanks going through kind of a restoration process.
Okay.
And it was great to kind of point them all out and showcase them.
We do have something special for later on.
Yes.
So, we won't spoil everything about the VCC, because we have got something special for everybody later on.
Yeah, no spoils. It's good to be back on this stage, though. It's been a few years since we've had literally our first Tankfest stream right here.
It was, and I actually photobombed that live stream, and nobody noticed. Nobody recognized me at that point. Go knock his hat off. I'm not knocking his hat off. It's tempting to, though. Maybe Petty will do it. Maybe Petty will knock his hat off. If the list.
Is that a petty sort of thing to
do? There you go, chat. Right, so we've covered the TOG. We've covered Tankfest. We've covered all of our lovely codes. Don't forget, come by. You can get codes. Freebies. We love our freebies.
What's up next?
What's up next? what is up next, other than earning, you know, camos and premium days and the rest of it over this weekend? I don't know. Shall we look back over the year, or shall we keep yapping for a bit longer? Because you know what, I could yap all day about Tankfest. It's like I was doing some filming yesterday, and I didn't have to plan any of my script yesterday. I was just able to walk up to a tank and go, okay, bleh, let's talk about this tank.
Well, let's see. Had a chance to go down the War Stories Hall a little bit.
Yes.
You know, as we were headed toward, that's kind of where our break room is at.
It is.
The Yag Tiger that they have in there.
Yag Tiger. You look at, every time I walk past it, it's one of those moments of, it's that big. It's really
It's
that
massive.
big again.
Do they ever take that one out? Like, is that an actual operational? No.
No,
Okay.
no, that is.
Permanently in its place
Yes,
back there.
yes.
Okay.
I believe it's part of the museum's core collection, which everybody will learn about a little later on.
Okay.
Yes, because they have different parts of their collection, and depending on what it is either a running tank or it's something housed in the museum because they are incredibly special and need restoring or just keeping around so that the history is there. And there are also hybrid ones as well, so ones that do a little bit of both.
I see. Fascinating.
Do they have 4005? 4005 should be outdoors in the arena. I've not seen him myself yet this year, but I'm fairly sure he is down and around to be shown off again in all his glory.
Yeah. That was 2024 when they finished the restoration project on the FE. And yeah, we got to bear witness. It's one of the earliest times it was up and running again.
Yes,
for the first time.
yes, we did. No, you've not missed any news if you are just joining us. We are having a good old yap about Tankfest. Did the special picture... I feel like chat's stitching me up here.
Did the special picture not work?
I feel like chat is stitching me up somehow.
Oh.
I don't like it when chat have been planning stuff behind my back because I never know what they have planned.
But that's the element of surprise and the joy of working with the community.
The element of surprise. They're always surprising,
creative.
that's for sure. And yes, I am using these postcards as a fan because it is incredibly warm here.
It is warm. Hey, shout out to the chat. I don't know, give us a wave or something. Who's here at Tankfest with us this year?
Lizards in chat if you are at Tankfest.
What? Oh, lizards in chat.
Lizards in chat if you are at Tankfest. Because I know that quite a few of them will find some form of lizard emote. See, there
Gravity.
we go. Off we go. If only you were heat resistant. That is a terrible pun, my dude. But it's good to see you in chat. Use the other side to fan better. Not happening. Not happening. Nice try, though.
Well, I'll say, Toby Tanker also here at Tankfest. I appreciate you guys taking time out of what is a busy day. You guys could be out watching the arena and the demonstrations of the tanks rolling through the through the arena. I'm repeating myself here, but I know you guys are anticipating and excited to hear what we have to say. This is, as KB had noted, this is like a 2.5-hour stream that we have planned.
Minimum. We are 2.5 hours minimum. So yes, it's going to be, once we finish yapping, incredibly, how can we say, educational at times. There are also going to be times where you all might get shocked. I believe, actually, our mystery tech tree, I saw one of those tanks over in the VCC.
Oh, that's right.
I did,
Yeah,
it was. I will provide the photos after the stream, because I don't want to ruin the surprise. But yes, there is one of those in
exciting.
the VCC over there.
So, comment, Ruby Dooby, unfortunately not at Tankfest this year, but they will be attending the Tiger Day.
Oh, Oh, I've not done a
later
Tiger
on.
Day yet.
Yeah.
I should do a Tiger Day at some point.
Because they do actually get the Tiger 131 out on the
They do,
field
they do.
too, right?
Although I did get a chance to see Tiger running last year because they ran it with 131 and
did they?
Pink Tiger together.
I missed out on that.
That was a absolutely glorious moment.
Tiger Day, yes, please. Hey, T-Bear.
I believe T-Bet might actually be joining us here tomorrow.
Oh, yes?
Yes,
Excellent.
I heard a couple of them from that group were supposed to be coming down tomorrow. But I heard their plans were to basically sit in the arena all day.
Oh, wow.
Arena tanks enjoy, and I can't say I blame them.
Please wear sunscreen. Bring an umbrella if you have to. Not
Keep
an umbrella
safe,
for
basically.
rain. Yeah, use it for the shade. There's not a lot of shade out there by the arena.
There might be
Wear
a plan of action? Or is it so cunning you could stick a tail on it and call it a fox? Do you understand the reference?
I missed the context. One more time.
Chat will probably understand the reference of somebody said they have a plan. So I asked if the plan was so cunning they could stick a tail on it and call it a fox.
It's a fox.
Call it a fox. There we go, Iron Fang's got it. It's from Blackadder.
Oh.
Whoop. Yes, straight over. Right then. You missed tickets this year. Oh, that's a shame. Tanks behind us. Tanks are the
I'll lean this way.
AMX 1357. There is a Centurion right under where it says Dinky Super Toys. And this little turret here is an FV107 Scimitar turret.
See, if I align my head just right, it looks like I'm wearing a barrel for a hat.
We
AMX.
did discuss that we should do those as hats one year earlier on in the week, and then realized how that might go down.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah,
the most
and considering
appropriate.
we've got to, keep it PG. Yeah, we swiftly moved on from that idea.
Good call.
It was, But have you brought any merch yet?
Oh, I did. Yes, I meant to mention this. Okay, every year I come to Tankfest, I have to pick up a Kobe brick model.
Of course, of course.
Yes. My first year coming here, first time seeing the Tiger 131 in person, and that is when I became a fan of the Tiger tank itself. So I picked up, and at that time they had like an official branded, I think it was a World Tanks branded.
Yes.
And Tankfest Tiger 131. They also had at the time the Sherman Fury Kobe brick.
Yes,
but
they
I'm
did.
like, let me stick to just one at a time. The year after, I mentioned this on previous streams before, but also the M1 Abrams tank, so I have that one now. Skipped last year. This year I picked up, I was looking for the Sherman Fury. It is out of stock. I didn't realize it was a limited time deal a couple of years back, but I did go with a standard M4 Sherman because I was gung-ho on coming here to pick up a Sherman tank. Fury or not, now I feel like I have a more complete collection.
I have the Easy 8.
The Easy 8.
I have the Easy 8. That is from, I think I got that in 2020, actually.
Okay.
But I didn't get it at Tankfest. That was from somewhere else. But yeah, I have the Easy 8. I have a Tiger 131. And I also think I've got a Churchill. I want to say a Mark 7 to build at some point.
You're starting to really grow that collection. I have to, unfortunately, keep my collection kind of condensed.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
I do know the feeling.
My wife's like, where are you going to place it? I think I saw her in the chat, too, so she's watching.
She's also been laughing once you mentioned the Kobe brick tanks.
She's like, oh, no, where's that one going to go and collect dust?
She is absolutely thinking that and thinking, how can I move stuff around to fit another one in?
I had to get it. Anyone else Kobe brick fans? Do you guys pick up some of these tanks to put them on display? Maybe even drive them around your living room?
But whilst chat give us those answers.
Got around 25 Kobe tanks.
That's a lot of Kobe
Gabrielle's.
tanks. It's not a lot of battles anymore. That's a lot of Kobe.
A lot of Kobe. Sorry, you were saying.
Right. We are going to take our first miniature break.
Yes.
And I believe you're going to join past me taking a look at the Churchill AVRE.
Ah, all right.
Yes, and when we're back, we will have somebody new joining us. So we'll see you in a moment, chat. And I'm here in the Tank Museum within the World War II Stories Hall, and behind me is the Churchill AVRE, which of course most of you will recognize as one of our Tier 7 heavy tanks. It's very well known for being incredibly well armored, as most of the Churchill tanks were, but its primary function was using that mortar gun above me to basically take out any obstruction, whether that be bunkers or dragon's teeth or anything that could impede the rest of the convoy behind it. These were especially used in D-Day and the D-Day landings because, well, they were able to remove obstacles that were getting in the way. Now, of course, it was also one of the tanks that a certain Percy Hobart designed, alongside of many of the ones you would know as his funnies, but this one didn't actually end up as one of the funnies. This one continued to get new iterations. You all have heard of the Centurion AVRE, and later there was even a Churchill AVRE. And now AVRE actually is the shorthand for the Assault Vehicle Royal Engineers, because they were used by any of the Engineer Corps. They would be part of the group of tanks that were going in, whether that was to help mechanically, to clear obstructions. If a tank broke down, the engineers were there to help sort it out again. So this tank is actually pretty important from the D-Day landings, and even up until we hit the development of the Chieftains, we were using similar designs across the entire road. Again, everybody, we are back, and we are now joined by Briggs, who is one of our art team. It's specifically environment art.
Yes, environment art mostly, so thank you for having... Oh, microphone
like
up.
You're eating an ice cream.
Yes,
yes.
Long-time watcher, first-time talker, so thank you for bearing with me. Yes, Briggs, lead artist, mostly dealing with environment team and other supplementals, so yeah.
And we know you guys on the chat, KB and I, we're in so many streams with you guys, and maps are always top of mind. Very hot topic. Do you guys want to know more about maps? Any new maps? We're not going to be talking really anything new maps just yet, but we do have a lot to talk about in terms of 2026 and kind of the maps that we did release to you guys, the players.
Absolutely. Would love to hear feedback on that and the excitement, how the team worked on the maps that we've released so far. So it's been a good year and looking forward to the rest of it.
Yeah.
That's what we got going.
Mm-hmm. So earlier in the year, and actually we were looking at it on screen now.
We are.
Fredvang Summer.
It will rotate through Fredvang Summer. We have got Tundra in there. We've got Malinovka will show up at some point. Pretty much a lot of the maps that we have debuted over the past sort of 6 months or so.
Yeah.
So summer variants. In fact, we've done quite a few summer maps this year.
We have summer maps are typically the best for gameplay.
Yes.
Right? Clear skies, best visibility, and aesthetically, well, Andrew, maybe you can comment more on this in terms of how you guys dress a map and why a summer map is typically, for the player's experience, the better looking of the camo bunches.
I think a few things happen here, and you brought up early on, visibility. The cool thing about summer maps, and if you're not talking about wintertime, is you do have the clear skies for the most part, sunny skies, kind of synonymous, and we can go weather variants. That's not the point here. But regardless of the clarity, we also have a lot of foliage and leaves on the trees and bushes that does allow for that hiding of the other tanks.
Yes.
So even though the visibility is there when they're out in the open, you do have the ability to still hide. There's a lot more variety when it comes to the culturals and the trees. And going from summer, taking a look on the screen right now, we have Fredvang Summer. As the players know, it started off as a Cold War map, which was nighttime with the auroral lights and snow with just dead grass that was on there. That was a lot of the reference that we took from the actual location of Fredvang, and we did start seeing early on in the process, when the map was first made, of look how beautiful this place is during the summertime.
Yeah.
You wouldn't assume that. And we always had it on the back burner. And when the opportunity came around this time around to what map could we turn into summer to help out with the summer months moving in, and to also have a Cold War map. Fred Ving was one of the first maps that jumped to the forefront. It was really exciting. The environment artist went through, really dove into it, and owned it. So a few of the cool opportunities they had was going for more of a dimly moonlit. Yes, you had some of the green lights from the northern lights that were reflecting off the water, adding the sun, and then throwing in the variety of the culturals, the colors that are popping. On the screen you had some of the purple flowers, the various shades of the trees now having leaves on top of it. One of the big things that you're probably going to want to jump into and talk as well maybe is how the shallow pools of water in the more winter mix of frozen water turned into thawed out in the spring, summertime, which was apparent in all the reference that we saw. So that affected the gameplay a little bit. We can touch on that in a bit. But now with that, we have blue waters, we have the blue skies. So you're seeing a very different map if you look at screenshots one to another. Although it's 90% the same map at its core, if you just look at server data, it's a completely different map that we're really excited bringing the artist vision to the players with what we had and just sprucing it up a little bit more.
And when we first got hands-on with it, when you guys had done your first pass of the lighting, the set dressing, going more summer of a look, us on design, going through our play testing, it was like we were lost. It was not the map we recognized, which is obvious, but even at the spawn location, you're like, wait, what map am I in again? We didn't change the spawn locations at first. It was still the original locations that everyone's been familiar in Fred Ving.
Yes.
But just having a literally night and day difference of a map and a thematic change to it can make all the difference and feel very refreshing.
There's a lot of truth to what you said, because even in the past when we implemented weather variants, one thing you noticed, the brightness on the screen could be the same. You still need to see a certain distance. You still need to be able to navigate around. But for the players, and us even working on it, if you have a cloudy sky with rain, all of a sudden your brain starts playing tricks on you a little bit, so you can get that variety, and sometimes it takes a few playthroughs to reorientate yourself and say, wait a second, this is the same map that I played in the past, it just looks a little bit different. So it adds a little bit of that fresh variety. On top of it, the visual variation that goes with it. And it can also, that we noticed in the past and the playthrough here as well, is play styles change. So even though you have the same topography, players may now approach it in a different manner, whether the sun angles are different or you have a clear line of sight, or maybe now these trees have some leaves on them. You're getting a completely different gameplay than I'm sure in real life during the warfare would change between the winter months and the summer months.
Provided opportunity.
That would be fought in the same spot. So trying to bring that with design is a huge one. Working with you guys has always been awesome, of putting the parameters on the art team of how far we should go, but also giving us quote-unquote gameplay blessing to allow the artist to also move forward. And it's a real teamwork between the two sides that you get exciting moments like this that happen.
Absolutely. You were mentioning the water level and the changes.
Yes.
This was another opportunity to say, like, hey, the map is largely unchanged in terms of its topography and the spawns, et cetera, the game mode. But it was an opportunity like, hey, let's amuse the idea of raising the water level. The story is, hey, everything's thawed out and melted, and the water level has risen, right? And we want to see, okay, does the map actually play well if you cut off a few known routes the players would usually take through the shallows? Can they still get through it at a risk, or would circumventing around a different flank or route still be a viable way to play the map itself?
So what I'm hearing here is you went for risk and reward. If you risked it, you would get rewarded. But you have to really understand what tank you were in order to know when to take that risk.
Correct.
Absolutely. And those are some of the cool conversations that started taking place with the playtest, because you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was at the weekly map art design sync that we have, talking about maps, what we're working, and the environment artist and the level designer, the design and art team kind of collectively brought up the, hey, it's thawing out, the water's melted, the snow is melted, wait, the water level will rise. Wait a second, could we do something here? And then between the artist and the level designer, it was give us a day or two to try something out, and it turned into, you guys, when you set up the playthrough, let's do a level test with the raised water. Does it work? Does it not work? And after seeing the early success of that, that ended up spawning further conversation. It changed what Art wanted to do in certain areas.
Yeah.
We had an idea, but that quick pivot, because there's a whole new gameplay element to this, they are owning it between the level design and the art environment artists, that it really allowed for cool new things to happen within that level. So having that collaboration and the risk reward that you bring up doesn't only happen for the players out there, but it also happened with the team, which was great.
Yeah.
Okay then. So, we spoke about maps, but we've also had a lot more stuff this year.
We did have a lot of things
We've had a
happening
lot
this
more
year.
stuff this year, and we did some data collection before we came to Tankfest. So this is, for chat specifically, this is after just 6 days of release of the Polish tank destroyers. And at that point, when we took the number, only 177 tier 10s had been achieved.
At that point, either that was players really putting in a lot of time, grinding all the way up the line. This starts at a tier 4, branches from a tier 4 through to the tier 10, or these are players that really banked on a lot of free XP and just like, I need to get to that tier 10 right away. I want to be the top of the line, and either own it and just be like, okay, collection complete, or okay,
well,
let me get this into battle.
My collection's complete.
Your collection
Chat
is complete?
thinks it's completely legit. They think
It
it's
is
all
though, right?
legitimate. They think
course.
it was done in 2 hours. All fine. Speed
Top
run.
skill player, yes, right here.
Speed running it. Absolutely speed ran it. But have you two started on this tech tree line yet?
A little bit. Okay, legit? Okay. I got a chance to play it in our Sword Beach event that we held. It just ended this week, was it?
Yes.
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 So
you
got
produced
in.
the tier 6 and 7 in there.
Yes. And that was a great opportunity because it's not often do we get to introduce a new tech tree line to you guys.
Absolutely.
And not just play it in your standard random battles, whether it's a multiplayer or in co-op, but an actual event mode that also is like historically authentic to certain extents. Like, hey, it makes sense to include the Polish nation line to be available into the Sword Beach.
Yes.
So I had a few matches
Absolutely.
in that one. I have to be honest, a case-made TD tank, not really my jam. I don't have a lot of success with it, but had to give it a stroll, give it a shot. But that was probably the extent of matches I was able to get with it. My goal was more so to get up to that tier 8, tier 9. Wanted to try out
You
the
wanted
deep rifling.
deep rifling.
Deep rifling.
Yes, that can be quite fun. What about you, Briggs? Have you tried out any of these new tanks yet?
Started on early, and I think I want to go down the TD line. So that's it's a different play. I always enjoy playing TDs. So this brings nice little variety to it. I love the way that they look, and I am admittedly doing this for Wojtek. He needs a tank to sit in.
Of course.
So he has his own line. I'm happy to see that finally come through. And just everything about the Winged Devils excites me. I know I'm being selfish here on the art side of things, but I do have to give props to the key art, the concept art, and art direction brought up with. The Winged Devils key art is one of my favorite pieces of art that has been created for this.
We got to turn that into a postcard.
An awesome mix of the Wing Hussars on horseback and then the armor tank, just with the moonlight, the glowing eyes. I hope the players loved it. I keep telling the art director and his team, this is my favorite. Every time it came up, I was bummed when we switched over to the new resources of the next release that's coming up. Because I'm like, no, I want my Wing Hussars back. So that's where I'm at. But TD line, for your specific question, I'll be going down that one and hopefully getting to tier 10 as soon as possible.
As soon as possible. So you'll be joining the 177.
Yes.
But no, that artwork is incredible. It is absolutely fantastic. When I first saw that, it was that perfect blend of historical with the modern.
Yeah.
It's like you had the callback to how it was done to what we have now, and it's just incredible. Yeah. It really is.
Props to the artist.
Yeah, they did a great job with it, 100%.
I want to call out anyone in chat who has made it to the top tier of the Polish TD line.
Well, they're not
who's
in
part of
chat,
that 177?
but I know 2 of them.
Here in house?
Here in house.
Okay.
They were discussing earlier if that was just devotion to their content or if it made them feel a bit like they played the game a bit too much.
Oh.
Now, my answer to this was obviously not, because content, we love seeing their content, but also it's one of those of, if they're enjoying it, then go on, play more, have fun.
Keep at it. I saw, I missed the name already, but Alelo Tico already made it to tier 10. Good for you. Hercules up to tier 9. Speranch Crayon, tier 7 at the moment. You guys are getting there.
It's impressive.
So yeah, some of them aren't far off. Some of them aren't far off. But to wrap us up on what's been going on, of course, just this very recently, how much have you guys been doing of our Path of Nations event? Have you been completing your weekly challenges to grab your flags?
Little at a time. I have to admit, I know this was a much stronger initiative on your guys' fronts.
Yes.
And I'm glad to hear that the players are really grabbing onto it and enjoying the event itself. Would you like to talk a little bit about how it's performing, or how you're going on with it?
A lot of the chat already know this, but Path of Nations has been a 12-week event where every week we've given them something new to do. And if they complete it, they would earn a certain amount of flags, specifically 1,250 for our upcoming Banners of Valor. This means they can either go in straight away and maybe pick up a tank, or they could, you know, buy some camo or something. We were giving them a bit of a head start. But I know a lot of the chat are already calling out that they've finished it. But
Look at these guys, 12 out of 12. Completed.
So if they have done every single week, that means they will be getting 15,000 flags when Banners of Valor starts.
Actually starts.
It's a nice little head start there.
Yeah, good for you guys.
And we will be talking about Banners of Valor a bit later on.
Very shortly, yes.
But first, we're going to take a quick break and invite a couple of chaotic pineapples and ducks to join me for a bit.
All right.
So, on that note, chat, we will see you soon. And we're back in the World War II War Stories Hall, and behind me we have one of the very early designs from the Second World War of the Matilda I. Now, these went into service in 1939, and it really shows off the early designs of tanks during World War II. It was obviously quite limited in what it could do. We only had the one gun. They were two-person tanks. And, well, it could only really move up to about 12 kilometers an hour. But over the course of the war, we did improve on several designs. Many of you have heard of Matilda II and how that became Queen of the Desert during the Egypt section of the war. But we also ended up with things like the Comet. Now, there are only 6 years difference between Matilda I and the Comet becoming part of the war. Now, the interesting things about the Comets and the Centurions that all came later is the Meteor engines that were used in the tanks. These were actually based off of designs that were used in the Spitfires. Most of you will know the Rolls-Royce Merlin engines. We basically changed from the Spitfire engine, adapted it to fit tanks, and these ended up in service up until 2003. They were still running our Centurion tanks until they were completely retired. And it's part of what allowed the Comet to get up to 46 kilometers an hour. It's a much heavier tank. We pretty much tripled the weight between Matilda I and the Comet. But because of the engine and because of all the changes to the tracks and the suspensions, the tanks are able to go much quicker at this point. But they still had to be limited. Because of where the tanks were being used and how the terrain was affecting them, most of these tanks were limited to, if you were lucky, 40 kilometers an hour. And even now that still holds true. When you look at tanks like Challenger, if you are in a boggy terrain or you're on sand, you're not going to put the full force of the engines into play on these terrains because you would just wreck your tank. So even as early as the Comets, we were making sure to limit them so that our tanks lasted longer and stayed in service, which, to be fair, for how long some of our tanks stayed in service and how well we adapted them, they did a pretty darn good job of it.
Hello everyone, I am Winged Racer. I am here with Pineapple Petty and Randy Duck. Hello. As you can tell, we only have 2 mics, but we thought we would bring them on. You're here, welcome. We also have something behind us. So, some of you were
that's creepy.
asking. Some of you were really, really asking.
I'm creeped out.
And
That's...
here is
Oh, my lord.
the lizard.
That's a
Tactical
thing.
potato. Yes,
Look at that.
congratulations.
Well, we did it. We did it, folks. We won.
We got it. We
won.
finally, you all asked for 1 full year to get her in a lizard costume. So we decided, let's do it.
Fair play to KB for that. Fair play. But yeah, that's... Yeah.
But while we're here, what have you been enjoying while you've been at Tankfest today?
Oh, well, we've seen some of the arena shows while we've been here, and they're always amazing to have. Like, you see all the tanks around. I think we were out there earlier on for the Mark 1, for example, going around the arena, and that's always great to go around and see.
And what was your favorite in the arena? What was your favorite tank to see? Is it a new tank that you haven't seen before, or is it a regular?
The same as it always is, to be fair, because I'd say that the tank last year that was really cool to see naturally was the King Tiger. That was amazing to go see. And then we had the 4005 the year before, which was awesome. But there's always one tank that does surprise you. It's the first tank that I saw that I went, that's incredible. I never expected that.
And that
was the Chaffee.
The Chaffee?
The Chaffee running around. It's so good. So good. I'll let Randy.
And Randy, what was yours? Was it the same?
Well, the FE1005, definitely.
Yes.
And the Tiger 131 inside the museum's great. But the Nashorn here this year.
The Nashorn, yes.
Yeah, really looking forward to seeing that in action. The beer tent and the Churchill. I quite like the Churchill. It's
Which
classic.
one? You can't really say Churchill.
Well, they got the crocodile tank in the museum as well, which is good.
And what's your favourite in the museum, Randy?
In the museum, well, the Jag Tiger, I was thinking.
Jag Tiger.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's just copying me, all right?
Okay, so what's your favourite? And you can't say Jag Tiger.
Jag Tiger. he's copying me all day.
You know what I really like, though, is the ferret.
The ferret, oh yeah,
There's a little ferret up there, and they are phenomenal.
There's a place up in Nottinghamshire that I've been to, which is that have got a little Nottinghamshire Yeomanry Museum, and they've got a little ferret that's downstairs, and that's really cool as well.
They are really, really cool. They look like little BC cars.
Yeah.
That you just drive. They're tiny.
It's the same as going to the VCC and you see the little Panhards, not the EBR90 or the Panhard FL10. It's like a little four-wheeler boy Panhard, and you just go, that just looks like you could hop in, go for a ride, take it for a spin, do some donuts with it, you know, it'll be fine, you know.
Yeah. So what is your favourite in?
Favourite tank? Yeah.
Not the Jag Tiger. You can't have two that's the same.
The Sheridan.
And you said you copied him.
I'd say the Sheridan.
Which one?
The Tier 10 American light tank, the Sheridan.
Yeah. Have you seen the Hetzer?
I have seen the Hetzer, yeah. Yeah, the Hetzer's cool. But the Jag Tiger is obviously the one.
Yeah, it is really, really good. If you are at Tankfest, do go through the trenches. You'll see the birth of the tank, and it is fantastic. So that is kind of what I like.
I don't think you quite get the scale of these vehicles until you actually see them.
Yeah.
Because you see something like the Jag Tiger, for example, which we both like. But, I mean, we both walked past it earlier on and went, yeah, absolutely, that's the one. But you don't realise, obviously you play it in the game and it doesn't feel that big. And then you come and see it and you go, yeah, that's a big tank. Like seeing the Tog, for example, you see the Tog and you realise how long the Tog is, and you go, okay, that's a lot of hot dogs.
A lot of Tog dogs.
You know?
But yeah, the ferret. That's why I really like the ferret, because you look at all these huge, massive machines, and then you see this little ferret.
Yeah. Well, that's what's funny about the VCC, because the VCC has got so many cool prototypes in it that you see. Like, they've got the Conway in there. They've got the 4202 that you see. They're just sort of tucked away right in the corner. And then you see something like an aluminium Chieftain, which is the FV4211 in there. And then you've got the Panhard right next to it. And you go, that's tiny. That's massive. What?
Yeah. And that's something you don't necessarily see in the game, which is the scale.
yeah, you definitely don't get the scale. Like I say, you see the things in the museum, and it's one of those things. If you can always get to Bovington, you can get to the Tank Museum, you can get to Aquino as well.
Aquino in Canada.
You know, you can get to those sorts of events that happen. You'll get to see history in rolling, really, which is awesome. To be fair,
and you get to see, especially going around, how much room or no room the commander and these crew had. The Hetzer, I've been in the Hetzer actually, and it is so small. And there's 4 of them in there.
I didn't quite realise the scale of the Centurion in the game, and then you see it in real life. It's just so impressive. To be fair, that was good.
Yeah. But what I do like in the game, and you go around and you see them. You got the AMX-13 here. The detail is amazing. We have the detail in the game, but actually being able to go and touch them is definitely it's fantastic. It's really good. What are you gonna look forward to for the next 2 days? So, anything you're gonna keep an eye out for?
Yeah, I guess kind of the Nashorn is what I'm looking forward to in events. Today I haven't really got out and watched many of the shows, but tomorrow I will watch a lot more of the shows. So I'm looking forward to doing that.
That's same as me, really, to be fair, because like, we haven't seen as many of the shows today. Tomorrow will be the day that we'll end up watching a lot of it. So seeing the Nashorn run around will be wicked to see, to be fair. And just the World War II display in general is pretty cool. Same as the British Army display at the end. The British Army display is pretty wicked. You see Megatron flying around. You see they get the bridge layer out. I don't know. They might have had the bridge layer out at some point this year as well, which was cool.
Definitely.
They had it out last year, and last year was wicked to see. I mean, they also had the Ajax as well last year, which was cool. Also, Crippled Cowboy, I see you. I see you.
Yeah. One moment, because we just lost.
The chat has decided to. Twitch is well. Chat is.
Did
doing
you hear
chatty
Megatron? They're asking, did they hear the Transformers there?
Yes, they did.
Yeah. So it is a real tank, the Megatron.
It is.
And it was in the arena last year, and it may be this year again.
They seem to run it every year. I think I've seen in the program that the Megatron's going to be running. So if you watch because the PC tanks tend to do a stream covering the arena at some point.
Yeah, and that is on Sunday.
Yes, so you'll see it when they run their stream that they'll have it running around the arena. You'll get to see all of it running in action. It'll be pretty cool, to be fair.
Cool. And you're going to take some content?
Oh yeah, that's the hope and the prayer. That's the hope and the prayer.
Hope and the prayer?
Yeah. I mean, I've already taken bits and bobs.
Are you going to be making any content for Tankfest?
Yeah, I will be. Once my photographer's given me all the pictures and content to make, I will be getting some content out there. Definitely.
That's good. So, yes, everyone, after Tankfest, give them a week?
Yeah.
And you'll be able to see where these two crazy people have gone round. And
when it comes to it, for me personally, I'll probably have some shorts up from them running around the arena, but most of that will probably be tomorrow because missed a lot of it today. So
yeah, so tomorrow, everyone, if you would like to go and check out, you'll be able to see what they've been seeing. And how was your pineapple pizza?
Like this man, he is a liar. He is a filthy, rotten liar. I do not do pineapple on pizza.
He really does.
Who was the one that sent me a picture of food yesterday with a pineapple on it?
Randy sent us a photo of you eating gammon with some pineapple.
No. I think that was you.
No?
I think that was you. All right, with your pineapple-y ways and your winged eraser ways.
A winged eraser.
No, me and Petty did share pineapple pizza last night. It was really nice. Petty ate most of it, but I did get a little bit of the pineapple pizza.
Yeah, you see, he says he isn't, but his name is Pineapple Petty. But no, I've seen a few questions. Pineapple is elite pizza. It is true. I love it. But someone was asking about when a tank will be on sale. The best place to check, as always, is our portal. Any tank sale, any tanks for silver, any tanks for free XP, will be seen there. However, stick around for the stream and you're going to hear some more about what is coming up with KB.
And Tokra, the mic situation is their way of muting me, okay? It is what it is.
Yes. So, Petty would disagree. No, he loved his pizza. So, yeah. So, thank you very much for joining us. If you are around Tankfest, don't hesitate to come and see myself or Randy and Pineapple. They are going to be around And yeah, definitely come and play at the game station to get yourself some nice goodies. And who's crying? So don't make Tokra crying. I thought you were saying don't make you cry. For tears of joy. Tears of joy. Yes. So, I believe that is all for me. I'm going to pass you back over now to KB, who is going to continue. And for that, we're not going to mute Petty anymore. We're going to give him the mic.
Oh. Are we saying a roll VT? No? No. Oh, damn it.
You would like to pass one back?
Oh.
My lizard napping is over. You may pass Randy the mic.
Oh.
I am fully mic'd up. We're all ready to go.
Oh. I thought it was time to say words that I've always dreamt of saying.
No, you do not get to say those words. That is my power.
Oh, no.
And only my power. And I do love how Mr. Winged Racer has just moved everything about. And I can't even see where we're supposed to be at.
If we're honest, he is the Winged Eraser.
He is.
And if anyone has
he breaks everything.
I was going to say, if anyone's tuned into these streams, we all know that he breaks things every single time. He finds a way. Somehow, some way, he will break things in this stream.
That is true.
Right.
It's almost like Randy when he has the draw to a beer tent.
I've not been yet.
And that's impressive.
That is some willpower. But I do actually have, before you two run off, a very important question to ask you both.
Oh.
Because I, obviously it was me, gave you two both a preview of our roadmap for the rest of the year.
Oh, yes.
Do you think chat are going to be excited? Are you guys excited for what you've seen?
I'm definitely excited.
Definitely
I've
excited.
seen things that I was like, yay! That's pretty much the way it was.
It was very much the way it was. So do you think chat are going to be excited for it?
Oh, chat are going to be very excited.
There's definitely going to be some things which people are going to enjoy. 100%.
Have chat been good enough?
I think chat have been good enough.
Are we sure? They were conspiring with the Winged Eraser and his pineapple shenanigans.
Yeah, but I started those shenanigans off last night.
I think you have, Kellen.
You did. You did.
So I think the chat do deserve it for helping us continue those shenanigans. And
It's fair.
that we should give them a taste of what you guys have already seen.
Oh.
So
Yes.
you can say the magic words now.
Roll VT!
This summer, honor rises. Celebrate courage, pride, and valor in the second inaugural event, Banners of Valor. Collect flags, complete challenges, earn and buy Banners of Valor tiered war chests, and redeem them for rewards. 5 new premium vehicles to collect. Available in the flag store. XM1 Chrysler Escalation Era Heavy Tank. And the Renault Tier 8 Heavy Tank. And in the new Banners of Valor tiered war chests, the H3 120mm Tier 9 Heavy Tank. The Hunter Tier 9 Tank Destroyer. And the H3 175mm Escalation Era Tank Destroyer. Plus many other patriotic rewards. George Washington 3D Commander with custom VO.
We will never be taxed without our own consent.
Banners of Valor tiered war chests. And the return of Banner Bounty game mode for Cold War and World War II. Raise your banner. Fight with Valor. Banners of Valor.
So, everybody had better start getting their flags out, I presume.
Yes, you're going to be spending those real soon here.
And when we say real soon, we mean really soon. This all starts this coming Tuesday. That would be June 30th if you're not keeping track of what day it is.
Yeah. And this will be spanning our Banners of Valor event for a solid 3 weeks.
Yes, so we've got 3 weeks of game modes, we've got 3 weeks of fun and games. I hear there's been plenty of updates made to the game mode itself.
Yes.
And yes, there is a George Washington and a George Cashington.
Is that the skin name for him?
Yes, it is.
I missed that, and that was so solid. Kudos to whoever came up with that idea.
Who keeps track of the day we're on? Well, sometimes we kind of have to for whatever day we're streaming on, Lady-O. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, we do have to keep track of that thing. It's a pain sometimes, honestly. But anyways, so you've got all of those flags you've just been collecting with Path of Nations. So that's going to give you, if you've got all of them, a 15,000 head start on flags. So you could immediately go and buy a new tank, or you could hoard them like a dragon and stay around, because there will be an update going live to that store. It will add instead of replace anything, so it would be an addition.
Additive to the store, okay.
And there will be lots more stuff dropping in about 2/3 of the way through.
Okay.
So there is plenty to pick from. And George Washington isn't the only new commander coming in either. We've got all 5 of those tanks that have just been shown. We've also got commanders, we've got camos, we've got new camos. And you know what? There's so much I can't even remember it all. Because it's just so many in there.
It's always our biggest summer event. You know, kind of coming off the heels of D-Day, we got to keep the kind of patriotic season going as we mark our way into July.
Because, well, we've got July 4th coming up.
Yes.
Canada Day is July 1st. And it's Bastille Day on July 14th. So that might give a hint of what sort of tanks we've picked out. So, look, those lovely tanks are on the screen now. We've got our 5 new tanks. So what we're going to do here, chat, is we're going to do history, and you guys can dig into all the stats and everything after the stream once all the articles release, because there's so much, there's too much to get through.
Would you like me to take this bit, the historical context?
Well, you can take some of the historical context, but I think you would like the XM1, if I'm honest.
I would like the one, or you?
Well, the XM1, it's very American.
Okay, I'll take the XM1 then. All right. So you guys will be very familiar with the name, the XM1, but this is the Chrysler version. For those who remember the GM version, the Chrysler XM1 would eventually go on to become the tank we now know as the M1 Abrams. The Chrysler's gas turbine was part of the reason this design was chosen to continue. Plus, the shape of the hull, classic Abrams, will prove particularly helpful against APDS rounds. And much like the GM counterpart, this tank will be an Era 2 tank.
Yes. And now we've also got a second Cold War vehicle here. We have got the H3 170mm tank, which will be going into Era 2. Now this tank, it was being looked at alongside the T-43 heavy tank, sort of late 40s, early 50s, and it was how the US military were continuing to explore different options, producing heavy tanks with greater firepower. So there were plenty of designs through a series of meetings called the Operation Question Mark, and that began in April 1952. The third of the 3 designs reviewed at the first meeting called for a 175mm gun, which was also paired with an autoloader and designated as the H3. From there, they all featured a turret ring that measured 108 inches in diameter, and even though none of the concepts were selected for further development,
I don't like where this is going.
They were used as foundations for later projects that the Americans designed.
Okay, so just the foundational of it. Got it.
Yes, they became foundations. And I think I'm even going to take the next one, because the next one is our French offering, which means we're moving across to World War II, and it is the Tier 8 Brennos, which, I don't know, I just like the design of this tank and some of the history to it, because it was one of those of the French were trying to take into account everything they'd learnt over recent years. They were leaning into very much some of the German influence of things like the King Tiger and the Panthers. There was so much information about those from just after the war. And also they were looking at borrowing ideas from the USSR as well, the Soviet Union, and trying to reproduce that very famous pike-nosed front on the hull. And the turret was quite reminiscent of King Tiger's. You can definitely see that in the shape of it. And it's one of those that it was casted, completely casted. It wasn't panels, it was just casted, and planned as the additional French know-how in the form of adding the additional cupola as well, and the 20mm cannons, so that it could have 2 on 1 cupola.
I see.
And whilst, of course, they went into detailed development on it, it was never actually entering mass production, because by the time they started looking into those details, it was already outdated. So there was no point in carrying on with development, because it wouldn't have gone anywhere anyway. It was wasted money by that point. So unfortunately, the project never actually left blueprints.
Understood.
Now, would you like to take the Hunter and its strangeness?
Would love to. I like the strange tanks here. So this is the Tier 9, the Hunter, a rather strange project that was designed in response to the threat posed by the Soviet IS-3. Proposals for the T-43 improved on the T-34's design by incorporating an elliptical hull and turret, as well as a 120mm gun that would reduce the T-43's weight. The American company, Rheem, took the T-43's modifications further. In the early 1950s, it submitted a design for a replacement vehicle called the Hunter that featured a low profile and dual guns and was capable of firing rockets. However, the Hunter was never produced.
Never produced either. It's amazing how many tanks have been designed over the years, and they've never been able to leave blueprints.
But we get the opportunity
to bring them
to realization.
Yes.
Yes.
And we have had so many designs, and it's like, what would that have been like?
The what ifs.
The what ifs, and one of those what ifs is also the H3 120mm, which is another Tier 9 offering for this Banners of Valor. And again, in the US, for this one, they were trying to be very unhurried. It was alongside the T-43 designs again. And it was the Korean War that was pushing some of this design and really trying to get people moving forward with the tanks. But, of course, the T-43 later becomes the M103, and we all know which way history went. So, again, this never went beyond any proposals, because, well, work went on the other tanks. They went on, the T-43 went on to the M103s, but for the 120, they really did very much go into the French design, the oscillating turrets. They were really inspired by the AMX-50 and the creation of that tank. So, again, oscillating turret, auto-loader design. It was very original with its 120. And the hull itself was made to go as low as it possibly could. So when you see it in-game, it is going to look incredibly strange. And those are our 5 tanks for Banners of Valor.
Wonderful.
Now, there will be other tanks up for grabs, but they are tanks you all know. So they are, of course, very much leaning into the patriotic side of things.
Wonderful.
And then we also mentioned event mode. Banner Bounty is coming back.
Banner Bounty is back.
And this time, we're going to go World War I. We're then going to have a go at Cold War. And then for our final week, we're throwing it all in and going World War II and Cold War. We'll go all in for that final week.
Yes. 3 weeks of Banner Bounty. You guys might remember this one. It was first debuted last summer, a 7v7 multiplayer competitive event. where it does have respawn, but requires you to earn points, not only by destroying your opponents, but also by grabbing flags dropped by the opponents destroyed.
Yes.
However, they will be dropping, your opponents will drop flags, but as will your allies. If you choose to pick up an ally flag, that does not award a point to your team, but it actually denies points to the enemy team. Now, it is important that you do want to pick up the flags. A change that we made as of for the event this year
Yes.
is the flags will reward 2 points when you collect it. The other change is destroying tanks now awards you a point. We didn't have that last year. And what that turned into was gameplay where players were more or less drawn to kind of brawl and push to the center, and everyone's just circling each other,
Yeah.
trying to destroy each other as quickly as you can, and then you ram the husk of the tank to collect that flag, or you get destroyed, you respawn, you get back out into the middle. We wanted to make sure we offer variety in the gameplay. We want to make sure the light tanks, the sniper class, TDs, can still have opportunity to play.
Yes.
You may not want to be the one that wants to get up there in the front line and pick up the flags, only to put yourself at risk and you blow up anyway. So what points are you actually getting for your team in the end of the day?
Yes.
Right?
And we had a very important question about the event mode.
Oh, what's that?
Will they be able to earn Reggie coins?
They will, yes.
Because it's a PvP event, so you
Correct.
can earn Reggie coins in there.
Absolutely. Didn't want to forget about you guys in the regiments. The event mode will still allow for earning of the Reggie coins.
Yes. And now, a couple of last things. I'm dumping these on you and surprising you with them.
Okay.
But for the event as well, we are debuting something new called coupons. These
Yes.
coupons, once you earn one, will give you the ability to purchase a tank off the premium tech tree, and it will, for Banners of Valor, be one of the tanks that is within the war chests. There will also be mega bundles with all the tanks in, and you will have chances every single day between the start of the event and the entire event to earn war chests every single day. You'll be able to earn war chests every day. You just need to put in a little bit of time and you will be able to grab yourself plenty of war chests throughout the event.
Very good.
But I think on that now, that's just the beginning of everything we've got for the rest of the year. I think we should finally show them this year's roadmap. Well, the second half
This is where it
of
gets
the roadmap.
spicy.
I think it's time. So if we could have a switch of camera so that we can see the roadmap behind us, please. Right, chat. There's lots to dig into here. We're going to disappear in for a minute so that you can see everything. But not only is there Banners of Valor, we are bringing in an MOE UI display.
Yes. Highly requested. And I know we'll have a little bit more talking points in a little bit on this, but we know this is something you guys have been looking forward to. Plus a few other tidbits that we also included with MOEs.
Yes. And yes, Switzerland, our newest nation, our mystery tech tree, will be Swiss tanks.
Did anybody call it in the chat? Did anybody figure out Switzerland was making its way to World of Tanks?
I don't believe so, but I do remember that quite some time ago it was suggested on Discord.
Was it?
You're
Okay.
looking about 2 years ago now.
Ah.
So yes, we've got an entire new nation coming in. We've also got a VO, an audio, and a FX update coming in later in the year.
Yep.
Metal Fest returns.
Metal Fest, yes.
And, well, the chat are incredibly
They're
excited.
going crazy for it. Yes.
Togboat will set sail again this year.
Togboat is back, everybody. We'll
And-
provide a little bit of details on that just shortly.
Yes, we will. And we are exploring other things like wheeled vehicles. We are exploring some new mechanics with rockets. And we are also looking into a USSR tech tree.
Correct.
But more details on all of this later. I think we get through into the hottest news and talk about those Swiss tanks.
Yes.
Brand new nation, a full line tier 1 to 10.
Through 10, yes.
We have premium tanks as well. We have got literally everything for this.
Yes. And that also comes with new emblems, new camouflage.
New
just for the
emblems, new
tanks.
camouflages. I think we can get these being displayed in the background as well while we're talking about them all.
Yeah.
Starting with tier 1, the MFT-17. So do you want to take it away?
Sure thing. Tier 1, MFT-17. In the Swiss Army, the Renault FT was designated as the MFT-17 Mosquito. These were early tanks used for familiarization, training, and testing prior to the launch of Switzerland's own armored vehicle program. Let's move on up to tier 2 here. Panzerwagen 3435. This was used as a light machine gun tank for testing, training, and preparation for the formation of armored units. It had no actual combat history, however, in the Swiss Army. Moving on up to our next contender, tier number 3.
The Panzerwagen 39.
Panzerwagen 39. It was the first tank with genuine anti-tank capabilities. It was equipped with a 24 millimeter 1938 cannon. There was also a plan to rearm it with a 47 millimeter cannon, but this was actually never put into production. Up to tier 4, a Ram 1.
Ram, I know that one.
Yes.
I know the Rams.
Also a fan of this one. The Ram Mark II. This was a Canadian redesign of the M3 Lee. It retained the American chassis, but featured a lower hull and a fully rotating turret armed with a 6-pounder gun, meaning it was much closer in design to a classic medium tank. Let's get to the mid-range of our tanks here.
Let's get to mid-range. Let's go on up to tier 5 with the LPZ-51.
Yes. The LPZ-51, this one featured a unique turret with an automatic loading mechanism. 2 drum magazines, each holding 6 rounds, provided a high initial rate of fire and allowed the tank to operate with a crew of 3. But after firing all 12 rounds, the tank had to move away to reload.
It sounds a bit like AMX.
It does sound a little bit like
Sounds a bit like AMX. And then moving on up into tier 6, we have the KW-3052.
Yes. It was equipped with a 90 millimeter gun and a transmission derived from the German Tiger. Switzerland saw its own solution, but relied on post-war technological designs that were available.
And now, we're going to repeat the name here, but this time it is the KW-3057.
Which was a transitional prototype between the KW-30 program. Whoop.
I was trying to make it bigger for you.
No, all good. I can work with this. So yeah, this was a transitional prototype between the KW-30 program and the future Panzer 58. Its most notable feature was the 20 millimeter, I'm going to butcher the name here. You guys know I do this. The Burle Orlikon automatic cannon. How did I do, guys? Anyway, 20 millimeter automatic cannon paired with the main gun, an early experiment for the Swiss tank school in replacing a conventional machine gun with more powerful armament to combat lightly armored targets.
Yes, and now I think everybody will recognize the tier 8 name with Panzer 58.
Panzer 58, here's a familiar guy here. This one served as a sort of tank laboratory, if you will. Switzerland used to test various armament options, ranging from a 90 millimeter gun to the British 20-pounder and even a 105 millimeter L7 to develop the future standard for its own medium tanks.
Now, it's the tier 9 that I actually did see in the VCC the other day.
This is the one that we have here.
This is the one I saw. It's the Panzer 61 that I saw. And that one was the first Swiss tank of its own design to enter mass production.
Ah.
So this was after the experiment with the 58. Switzerland stopped, merely testing their own design and started actually building and producing their own.
Wonderful.
So they moved on from actually just buying everything and, modifying it to suit their needs. They actually started building what they wanted.
Wanted to make out of them. Wonderful.
Which then leads us on up to tier 10.
Top of the tier, baby. Here we go. The Panzer 74 was more of a design platform than a finished tank. 6 turret options were considered for it, including one with an automatic loader, as well as 2 suspension options with torsion bar or hydropneumatic suspension. The armament was also being considered between the 105 millimeter L7 and the 120 millimeter L11, reflecting Switzerland's shift toward more heavier main battle tanks well into the 1970s.
Yes. Now, do we have one last sneak preview of what's...
I think we got one more.
One
Not really
more.
part of the tech
Just
tree.
Not part of the tech tree, so this one will be a premium tank, and we're going to give you a sneaky look at it now. Remind me, this is the Panzer... Can you remember its name, or do I need to
I thought
press
we had
the
it up
button?
here.
It doesn't look like you added these notes in, Mr. Baham.
I did not add this one. I
So,
apologize.
I can have a really quick... Right, because I asked for this list here. It is the Panzer 5760.
Thank you. On top of the game here.
Of course I'm on top of the game. And yes, it's another Centurion design. You guys should know by now how many people actually went through and brought Centurions. They were
Right.
just one of those tanks, guys. So,
But no dates at this time. Nothing to say in terms of when the line is coming, but I'm sure you guys can look forward to getting your hands onto a new nation, exclusive in World of Tanks, in our family of World of Tanks,
Yes.
exclusive to us on console, Modern Armor.
yes. And now, before we talk about that MOE display,
Oh yes,
let's talk about something that we've actually been testing this. Now, yes, chat, we did have to keep this quiet from you. We had to make sure it was working perfectly and that none of the calculations were wrong. Because if
Correct.
the calculations were wrong, that would really annoy you guys if we'd have told you it was in, because we'd have had to have taken it back out.
correct.
And we didn't want to do that to you. So we have been testing it for the past 4 weeks.
As part of the, since the new
And-
season launch.
And Bam here is going to walk you through very quickly the update that we have done to MOE calculations, since we
Correct.
are ready to keep it live in the game.
Yes. So testing the live bot calculations, ensuring everything is working as intended, we just wanted to make sure we did not impact the challenge of earning MOEs. And as such, because there was no negative impact to the changes that we have made, happy to say bot matches are no longer going to impact the moving target for any given marks of excellence. And that means any match that contains a single bot
Yes.
on either team will not impact the global target anymore. And to be absolutely clear on this, guys, because there might be some questions that come up from it, you can still very much play matches that are comprised of bots, and you can still make progress toward your own marks of excellence damage standing. This simply does not impact the overall moving target, but your progress can very much still be present.
And for when that change happens, already in.
Already in.
It's there.
Yes.
We are officially keeping this one live because it's not impacted anything. Enjoy, you lot, because you did ask for this for quite some time. And
Yes.
something else they asked about for quite some time is the MOE display. You can see it in the bottom corner of the screen over there, somewhere down there.
Bottom left corner, yes.
And this will not only track what you've done in the battle that you've just come out of, it will also tell you what you need to be achieving for your next MOE.
Correct.
So you can see how close you're getting and know what you need for the next level.
And then in addition to this, we don't have an image to show on this. This was also my fault. I meant to get that image to you in time, and things got a little,
Naughty, naughty.
yes. Filters. This was another community request that we heard from you, the players. The ability to filter your tanks with the MOEs in the garage. Right now we do have just a general MOE filter,
Beautiful.
but now you can isolate if you want to look at tanks with a single mark, 2 marks, 3 marks, all the way to the 4 marks, if you so desire.
You hid that one from me, so that's payback for me not dropping news on you.
All good.
Right, okay. And on that note, we're going to take a little break. And after this break, I'm going to be joined by one of our very special guest stars. I've seen him lurking around in the background already.
Oh boy.
Very excited for this one.
Look forward to that.
Yes, so let's roll the tapes again. And welcome back inside the Tank Museum. We're now in the Tank Story Hall, which takes us through the entire story of the tank. But specifically, we're looking right now at the Elvis Scorpion. Most of you will probably recognize it from our Cold War game mode. It's one of our Era 1 tanks, and this one in particular saw service between the 70s and the 90s. They were incredibly fast, they were light enough they can be picked up by the Chinooks, and generally these were classed as more of a infantry fighting vehicle or an IFV rather than something that took a rather large engine that's behind me and more classified as an MBT. Because not only do we have Scorpions, but we have got the Leyland engine, which then eventually went on to be used in tanks like the Chieftain. All of you recognize the Chieftain. We have it in both of our game modes. It is an incredibly large tank. Not as large as a Tog, but it's still incredibly large when you look at the size difference between the Scorpion, which doesn't exactly dwarf me, to a Chieftain, which definitely does dwarf me. Now, the Chieftains saw quite a long service, but they weren't one of our best tanks. Unfortunately, they were waylaid with a lot of problems, but in saying that, the Chieftain did eventually pave the way to the Challengers, and that's something that we still use today, that you will all know of, and how much I love a Challenger anyway. But if it wasn't for Chieftain, we'd have probably never got there. The Challengers are great. As chat's catching us now, we were just on about the Challengers, and a certain Mr. Cutland, also known as the Challenger, didn't know that it is one of my favourite British tanks.
Didn't have a clue.
I do. I just love the style of them. They are incredibly good-looking tanks, and well, they've been in service for that long that it's just one of those of... We did so well when we made them. It was, yeah, I somewhat nerd out on some of them now. But anyways, it's become a bit of tradition for you to join me on these streams.
It's great, and I apologise for the dress. I've been out in the Dust Bowl, and it's absolutely roasting out there at the moment. I'm covered in muck, very dusty. I feel very dirty.
Oh, so what you're saying is the tanks are kicking up a lot of dust out there again.
Dust. Yeah. But it's great. I mean, you can see today, all 3 days for Tankfest sold out now, which is fantastic.
Amazing news.
And obviously, I don't know if you know the big news, of course, this morning.
I heard. I did not get to see.
Challenger 3.
Challenger 3. I am devastated I missed that.
First ever public appearance of Challenger 3. So a real big deal. And I'm sure already people have seen the videos.
Oh, I'm sure they've seen
everywhere.
The videos going out. But no, I am devastated.
The crew are shaking their heads going, no, we haven't seen anything.
Devastated that I missed that this morning. I was too busy prepping up the stream for everybody who's joining us on Twitch chat.
Oh, it was fantastic. I mean, the buzz around it, because obviously it was highly secret. We didn't know anything about it.
Yes.
We were pre-warned at 7:30 this morning that maybe we're going to have Challenger 3 joining us. And it came out, there's an army camp attached to the museum.
Yes,
it came out down the gates there, went round onto the arena, did a couple of laps, and then went back in. So great, really nice to see.
That must have been incredible.
Very good.
I am absolutely devastated to have missed it, because I've been watching that development for quite some time now, because, well, what will replace Challenger 2? It's been that long.
It does seem a long time. I was saying, though, it seems a long time, but we've just seen on the video you made there that, you know, Chieftain, and I think, how old am I feeling now? That was the tank I trained on. I mean,
does really put things into perspective for you,
well,
doesn't
you
it?
know how old I am. That's what you're going to say, yeah.
Hey, it makes me feel old sometimes. I'm nearly as old as some of these tanks now. But no. How's Tankfest been treating you so far this year? It's
been amazing. I mean, this is, I think, don't quote me on this, but I think this is my 15th Tankfest.
15th year. This is my 4th.
And it's been the weather, of course, we've mentioned. It's incredibly hot again this weekend.
It is.
Fantastic, though. We've got some great special guests, and as I said, the highlight had to be Challenger 3.
Absolutely.
But we've also got some great things. We've got a Stug from the Wield Foundation, which has made an appearance, which is fantastic. Sherman Jumbo from the War Heritage Institute is here as well, which is the first time at Tankfest. So we've got some great special guests. I actually haven't had a chance yet to see any of this display, but obviously we will see everything on our historical live stream on Sunday. So
yes, they will. And what time is that starting for anybody who might want to catch it?
Right now, I'll be in big trouble. 2 p.m. UK time, that is, of course, on Sunday.
Okay, so pretty much same time as what we started today, chat. There you go.
And how's your Tankfest going?
Our Tankfest has been going really well. There's been bits of filming. I've not managed to catch anything outside yet. I'm hoping to get out there a bit tomorrow and see some of the tanks. But it's been going incredibly well. It's always lovely to catch up with you lot.
Oh, bless you. And how was your time in the VCC, the Conservation Centre?
Oh, my time in the VCC has been a lot of fun. I did notice you laughing at times when we may have been slightly geeking out over some of the tanks in there.
I think for the viewers, the interesting thing when you're blessed, I mean, it's a fantastic video, but of course, for the crew trying to film it, the cameraman has to walk backwards.
Yes.
And it's just hilarious watching the poor old cameraman walking backwards.
Yes.
It's quite tight, isn't it?
It is. It's very tight down some of those lanes, and also our colleagues helping them navigate as they're going backwards it was an incredibly nice touch.
You can get lost now. I was saying it's like the most expensive maze in the world. And of course, even the people that work here, because it's forever changing as vehicles going in and out, so things change around. And they'll be walking down one of the aisles and suddenly go to a dead end or something. And,
yes, because they've lost the tank that they were using as their marker.
Yeah.
But no, I do love exploring the VCC. There are just so many tanks in there. It's incredible.
It is fantastic.
And have you tried any of the outdoor food vendors yet?
No.
No.
Is my honest answer to that. No,
I haven't either yet. I grabbed something from upstairs for today, and hopefully I will be trying some of them out over the weekend. Hopefully.
It is. I mean, but it's so, for us as well, of course, with everything else that's going on.
Yes, it's always so busy.
It's incredibly hard to get time to do anything.
Yes, well, if I try anything, I will bring something back for you.
Do share us what the best. I'm not even sure the German Bratwurst man was one of my favourites, and I don't know if he's here this year.
He's not here. Do we have gyros, though? I'm quite into Greek food at the moment.
Too hot for that.
It can be quite light as well. They do sometimes do it as a wrap, so that's always good. And, did you hear about our TOG update this week?
No.
So in Modern Armour, we have just added the historically accurate 28-pounder gun package to it.
Fantastic.
We've been asked about it for years. As soon as the museum released their video on it saying they'd got it wrong, immediately my Discord got, when are we adding it? Come on, now. So for this week, for Tankfest, we added that to the game.
That's brilliant.
And everybody in-game can earn a TOG for free. They can go and earn the TOG, or if they can't complete the challenges to get the TOG, it's part of our bonus code collection for the weekend.
I think that's one of my dreams, to one day see the TOG
I think
actually moving.
I think everybody would love to see that tank moving.
It would be incredible,
it would be incredible, but the size as well would just be one of those things of, how is it moving?
Yeah.
It's just, how? It's so big and so bulky. How on earth would we get that moving again? Though if we did, I would expect to be invited back. I would like to be in that tank when it's moving. Please and thank you.
Do you know the story of how it is? Because it is located in a very odd position, everybody feels, in the museum.
Yes,
it's next to actually sort of the children's play area.
It is.
But the reason being is because when it came in, they could, because of the sheer size and weight of it, they had to literally coat the floor with washing up liquid. And we're talking, thousands of litres.
Yes.
And they actually literally had to slide it into position.
Slide it along.
Just to move that thing is quite a task.
A pain in the butt.
Yeah, absolutely.
As we might say around here. So getting it back out might be a problem.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So hopefully you're going to get a chance to see some of the shows, some of the arena displays.
Yes, I would love, because I heard some of our friends have brought down a Centurion AVRE.
Yeah. Has
it made it this year?
Good question.
You're not entirely sure?
As I said, it's the first day. At the moment, we're still sort of finding our feet, getting all the pre-records ready for Sunday. So we've been like a bit busy with that. And unfortunately, the first time I ever really get to see the arena show
will be Sunday.
When we're starting to actually present it and go through the footage and everything else. So
yes,
looking forward to it. I just hope the weather calms down a bit.
Oh, if we can get a little bit of a proper storm to clear the air a bit, maybe a good downpour to stop all the dust, and then it go back sunny, but like sort of mid-20s, possibly?
Yeah.
Nothing higher than that, please, if there's a God out there.
And apparently it was a big storm last night. I slept through it, so I don't know.
I briefly heard the thunder. I heard nothing else. Like, literally, I just heard the thunder as I was nodding off. I was like, no, I can't stay up to watch this. I need my sleep ready for today. But no, it's been quite a day of announcements for us anyway, because we've also just announced a brand new nation. I don't think you guys
I feel bad now because I haven't kept up. We've been like down here all week preparing for this.
It's fine. Because I don't think even you guys have got Switzerland tanks, have you?
Of course we've got Switzerland.
Have you?
Of course we have.
Have you, though?
A great nation of vehicles.
A wonderful nation of vehicles. They were very strange in how they went about some of their tank design and collections. But yes, that is going to be our newest nation to get added in later this year.
Okay.
We have designed a full tech tree from tier 1 all the way up. And as I was telling chat earlier, it was why I was asking some of our Tank Museum friends about Swiss tanks in the VCC earlier this week, just to see if we did have any that we could cross-reference.
Okay, yeah, because it's not a nation that you really, when you think about tank development and everything, it's not a nation that you automatically go to.
No, it really isn't.
But it's quite, very interesting story and great technology as well. I think quite underrated and understated perhaps.
Yes, but I believe the Swiss like to be underrated and understated at times.
Absolutely, yeah.
The dark horse of everything.
Yeah, fantastic nation.
But is there anything that you would like to give as maybe a bit of a teaser for what people could expect in our Sunday show?
So, the Sunday show, what we're trying to do in particular this year is also it's always very hard on a live stream to give the experience of what it's like at Tankfest, because Tankfest, of course, is the fantastic shows, the arena displays. I've already mentioned Challenger 3. We obviously will have lots of footage. Challenger 3 will be making an appearance every day. And again, we will be showing it on the live stream on Sunday. So there's all the arena shows, all right? But also outside of that, we've got a lot of behind-the-scenes footage as well. So yesterday, I got a chance to spend some time in the workshops. It is my favourite place to spend in the museum because it's, without these folks, nothing's going to run, all right? So it's great.
And we definitely need them.
It is amazing to catch up with them. The big news, of course, in there was the restoration of their King Tiger.
Yes.
Which is great. At the moment, the general public can actually go in and see. There's pieces of it everywhere. Chassis, turret, gun, etc., all laid out there, and it's great going there. So we'll have a piece about that. We'll have an update on the project as well, so where the museum are. And a link, of course, if you fancy donating to the restoration of this vehicle.
Of course.
But also all the other things that go on around there. So there's lots and lots of little stands, people who have come from different organisations. We've got Drive Tanks from Texas is a prime example. They're down here.
Oh, they're here again.
We're going to meet up with a chap called Mick Graham later today.
Who does all the artwork.
He's fantastic, ex-tanky.
Yes.
A man after my own heart. Quite popular for his artwork. Amazing super paintings and the things he does.
They are. I always say I should pick one up, and I think this year I might pick one up because I am currently in the middle of having a garden office put in, and I will definitely need some artwork for those four walls.
And he's got a great selection here. So we hopefully get an interview with him if he can make time. Ask him for a discount though, won't you, when you're there?
Oh, of course. I'll just turn up with the badge and say you sent me.
So it's all these little bits we really want to bring into the live stream as well. And of course, on top of all that, we've got a few, which I'm not allowed to talk about, prize giveaways, but also drops as well.
Oh, of course, drops. Of course,
lots of drops. So hopefully we'll see you all there. 2 p.m. Sunday.
I hope they all turn up because they don't like to admit it, but they do love the historical side of things as well. They're always asking about history on this, history on that, and I'm forever researching stuff.
Yeah, and while they're here, of course, a shout out for helping you out. They will help us out massively. The team that does the live stream for us. Absolutely, he's smiling at me over there at the moment.
Yes, they are incredible guys,
the boss
aren't
man
they?
is actually sat over there. So
He is.
Kudos to them. They do an incredible job. especially on the arena show. And I hope none of the camera operators have fainted in the heat out there at the moment.
Oh, God.
It's going like this at the moment.
I really hope they haven't.
The unsung heroes for us.
They are. They really are. Without them, we wouldn't be able to pull off anything that we do over this weekend. I would honestly dread to think of producing this by myself. No, just wouldn't be able to do it. Way too much stuff. But no.
And I hope everybody's seen where you are. I don't know if you've panned around at all, the camera. But I think you should do that before the end of your stream. Don't want to butt in, but I think you should do that before the end of the stream. He's going, oh, no, now. Just to see what's behind you there. Because
we have been zooming in on some of the tanks when chat have been asking. They particularly like the AMX that is right behind us.
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't love an AMX?
I mean, French tanks, they do have one of those looks about them.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just interesting.
But I think for me, I mean, you're far too young for this, but they've got also a lot about the comics and the sort of like,
yes,
the entertaining side of tanks throughout history and Warlord and all these things that I remember as a youngster, Battle and Action comic and all this sort of thing as well. So, and of course, Action Man over there. I don't know if they've had a chance to see that at all, but Action Man, there you go. Yes, you can just about see Action Man.
Just about.
But it really takes me back to my childhood, some of this.
Yes,
I said you're far too young for it, though.
I am far too young for some of this. I do understand some of the tank modelling, though, because I have been known to dabble in that at times.
So I have to admit, and I hate to admit this, but I was more of a plane modeller than a tank modeller.
Oh, okay, so Airfix models
then.
Yeah,
Airfix, of course.
Absolutely.
Yes. I shouldn't say it, should I, with their sponsors here, but yeah.
But from my chat, they are asking if we could get you as a 3D commander in our game. Would you be up for that?
Yeah, of course I would, yes. Yeah,
I might have to talk to the team about that.
I'm not sure you want my ugly mug on there, but...
They were very excited last year when your 2D commander was one of our Twitch drops.
Oh, bless.
They were very excited.
Thank you all very much.
And they do love seeing you on our streams.
My other half and the children will be absolutely... Which reminds me...
Yes, shout out.
I've got to do a shout out because I've... two of my girls, the twins, Lauren and Amber, they said, Dad, please give me a shout out. I said, Lauren and Amber, I know you're watching this, so I hope you're keeping cool and behave.
And behave. Typical dad comment there. See, chat don't know this, but my dad has been in the chat himself.
Really?
He has. He actually plays Modern Armour.
Yeah.
And he was one of the ones that very much encouraged me to show up in a lizard costume partway through to keep chat happy.
Was that? I thought I saw something.
Sophie Green, that was
okay.
me.
Yeah, I was just passing by and I thought, who's that? Who's that lunatic?
That was me. That was me. Because for some reason, chat think I hate lizards. And now they think I am a lizard at heart.
The mind boggles. What have you got something against lizards? Or?
I do not have anything against lizards. I quite enjoy the movies where these lizards have turned up and they're being funny old folk, where they're just sat there smashing a lizard button. But yeah, apparently, according to some of my chat, I hate it. And according to others, I love it, so I don't actually know which way I'm supposed to go with lizards.
When I came on here, I never thought we started off with Tankfest, tank history, ending up on lizards.
Lizards. Lizards. You can blame my chat entirely. They are absolutely crazy. And our regular stream next week will be Tuesday, back to the normal time of 5 p.m. BST. Because I'm streaming again on Tuesday.
Oh, good luck.
Brand new event, so we will be there going absolutely crazy with all the new tanks coming in.
Fantastic.
So, we made sure to mention your stream. We've mentioned everybody here. You've done your shout out. Because we can't let you forget the shout-out.
No.
And I think, on that note, you might want to introduce the next VT we're going to run.
Give me a clue.
VCC.
There you go. I thought you'd seen it already, to be honest.
No. We have kept it for when you were about, so that you could introduce what we were doing over there.
Okay. So what you're about to see is fantastic. A couple of days ago, Kirsten and one of the museum staff who introduce himself, I'm sure he will, but James it was anyway. I had a look around the Vehicle Conservation Centre, so 300 plus amazing vehicles, prototypes, things that you would never see anywhere else. It is open to the general public, but only at very limited times. But Kirsten was very fortunate to be shown around there.
Yes,
It's a bit
it
of a
was an
high-speed
incredible
tour because there's a lot
high-speed
there.
tour, but still very incredible.
But absolutely fantastic. So a big shout out to Kirsten, a big shout out to the Tank Museum, all of their staff, the workshop guys who enable amazing events like Tankfest to come. And of course, don't forget to tune into the historical live stream, 2 p.m.
On Sunday.
on Sunday.
On Sunday. I'm Kirsten, and today I'm here in the VCC with James, who is going to take us on a brief tour, point out some tanks, and tell us all about the VCC.
So yeah, the VCC for the Tank Museum is really important. It's not just a shed, built just over 10 years ago, and for the first time it allowed all of our tanks to be under cover, which in Dorset with the sea air is really important to prevent corrosion and keep these things in as good a condition as possible. Right now, we're probably less than 100 vehicles in here, give or take.
Just about.
Yeah, if we were to remove any walking space of any description, we could probably push it to about 140 in here.
That's a lot of tanks.
Yeah, when we've got over 350 vehicles in the collection, we do need that space.
You absolutely do.
As we're walking past here, we've got our replica A7V, got a couple of vehicles from Iraq and Afghanistan at the bottom there.
And I recognise Chieftain here.
Yes, we believe this is the only Mark II remaining. But for many years we called it the Mark V, but actually it was never a Mark V. It's a gunnery training tank, or gunnery trials tank, we think, that was a Mark II. Crazy Horse is my favourite tank in here. It is a remote-controlled Chieftain, because what more could you want from life, really, than a
Remote-controlled
Chieftain?
life-size tanks. I'd take one home today if I could.
Exactly. So here we've got a bunch of prototypes that almost take you on that story from Centurion to Chieftain and then into Challenger. So it's a really important group of vehicles, not that we have time to talk about them because that would be an hour in itself, I reckon.
I think it'd be more. I recognise so many tanks in here.
So we've got just so many different engines. We use them as reference pieces. These are not running engines. We've got stuff like this, the 438 swing fire, when you, again, want a 432 to kill things quite quickly. But yeah, it's anything from Cascavel, which is still in service, to the Boarhound, which only about 22 were ever made, and this is part of our core collection.
So what is your core collection?
Yeah, so the collection breaks down into 3 parts, effectively. We've got the core, which are vehicles we don't run, that we probably only have one of or are really important, like, as I said, the Boarhound, or I think our BRDM1 here is core collection.
What about the Bulldog?
Yeah, that's cool, because we don't have another one. Hybrid is a mixture, well, it is core vehicles that we run, like Tiger, like Panzer III, I think even 4005 is technically hybrid. And then we've got our running fleet, which are vehicles specifically procured sometime, you know, we buy them in or we've been donated them for the running fleet. So they don't sit in the collection, they sit for your viewing benefit, basically.
Of course, of course. And I see a scimitar in front of us.
Yeah.
In fact, I see 2 scimitars in front
We've
of
got
us.
basically the entire CVRT family here. The Scimitar Mark I, Mark II, which was built for the Wars on Terror to give the crew a little bit more mine protection. And we've got literally every single variant of CVRT and CVRW in the VCC at the moment.
And I believe we're walking past a Stritzfarm.
Yes. Our Resident S tank, absolutely brilliant bit of kit. It is a tank, and I will fight anyone who says it isn't. But really interesting about that one was it was in our tank factory exhibition for near enough 10 years.
Yes.
And we got the Swedes over, they came over, helped us sort of have a look at the gas turbine and the diesel engine, and it drove out after 10 years on its own power.
That's incredible.
Which is really cool. We've got, it's not a Chieftain, it's a Khalid, which is arguably the best Chieftain ever, because it's a Chieftain with a
about that one, yeah.
with a Challenger engine in the back, really quite good.
Leopard 1.
Yep.
Which version?
This is one of them. Leopard 1A, 1A2, I think. It's our German Leopard, we'll leave it at that. This is quite cool. It used to run around the arena, but it's a T55 with holes cut in the side of it for Train the Commanders.
Oh,
East
okay.
German was given to us post-German unification, I believe. A couple of important vehicles here to note as well. BTR, which is our only BTR,
And
absolutely
BMP-1.
vital vehicle, and a BMP-1 from Iraq 1991 with the original paint scheme on it, with the original shrapnel
That's
marks.
pretty incredible.
So it came straight off the battlefield here. And this, I'm sure
I do recognise
you
KV-1.
and all the viewers will recognise that thing. And we believe, due to a rather large, hefty book that's come out recently, this is the most complete KV-1 left on the planet.
You know what?
Quite
I
cool,
wander
really.
this whole, well, conservation centre. Pretty much every year I come down for Tankfest. And I still learn something new every time.
Oh, I do. I work here. You know, we've got stealth tank in here. We've got various different prototypes of getting from Chieftain to Challenger. That's our aluminium Chieftain there. This is a remnant of the T-34-76 that came over alongside the KV-1 actually as an
Wow.
evaluation thing. So the army obviously cut it into several pieces.
Of course they did.
Various engines and gearboxes and a tank without a main gun. There's a strobe light instead, because the idea was you blind the enemy, basically.
Well, if you blind them, they cannot see what's getting them afterwards.
Exactly. I just wouldn't want to be in the tank that's doing the blinding.
Oh, no, me neither.
Yeah. So as you can see down here, if you can see on just on the shelving, the amount of guest vehicles that we have, the amount of vehicles that we put out for event days, they all require their own signage. So
Lots of signage about that.
so much signage. Bunch of random vehicles in here. Sentinel, obviously known for very mature reasons.
Incredibly mature
Yep.
reasons that we do not need to go into.
I'm not a child, it's fine.
We're all children, really.
Yeah, universal carriers, various Vickers Armstrong things from the interwar period, the last British light tank of the Second World War,
Oh,
the Harry Hopkins. It's not very good.
no, but neither's this one coming up, is it?
No, this is probably the worst tank. David Fletcher definitely said it. Absolutely, it's the worst tank. The driver got in this thing, the Valiant, drove it for about 13 miles and then went, I'm never doing that again. I
Wow.
liked my limbs, as it turns
Ooh.
out. This is actually a relatively new item in our collection. That's robotics, because that's something we're now having to look at as a museum.
of
How do we
course.
collect robotics? What do we look at? You know, the autonomous battlefield needs
Yes.
preserving as much as anything else. You guys can see there, one of my favourite pieces of engineering, when you strap, I think it's 6 straight 5s around a single crankshaft. Because when you
Sounds
need a bit-
American.
Yeah.
Chrysler by any chance?
Yes. Sherman M4A4, the most used by the British.
Of course. We did
And-
like adapting those tanks.
You can never have a tank museum without a helicopter. Obviously, many people ask,
Why?
what? Yes. Because back in the day, the Royal Armour Corps in the Cold War period had an air wing. They used reconnaissance in those things, which I don't think would have lasted particularly long against the Russians, but well, we had them.
So what I'm hearing here is that was drones before drones.
Yes. The idea of having observation from the air is now just a hell of a lot safer, really, for everybody else involved.
Yes.
That is a very cool bit of collection, procured for the running fleet. It is one of the post-war Hetzers, so it's not a
Oh.
Hetzer, but it's close enough.
It's close enough to a
Close
Hetzer.
enough that we can run it around the arena.
I have quite a few people who would be very interested in that.
Yes.
But thank you for this
No.
lovely tour. I'm sure everybody at home has enjoyed it as well. And thank you again for pointing out so many of the wonderful tanks.
Yeah, and I was only allowed like 6 minutes, so we could have kept going for like 2 hours if you let me.
Oh,
but-
well, that's a shame. Shall we go back?
Yeah.
And we are back. Now, we've got an extra guest now. We have our camo-obsessed Zods with us.
Hey, everybody.
Camo-obsessed, and, well, you and Hetzer. In fact, no, enough said about that.
I do love my Hetzers.
Enough said about that.
And I just saw the new one in the VCC, which I have not had a chance to go see yet.
It was very nice, but there were other tanks in there that were just catching my attention.
Huh. Do they often
To each his own, KB.
cycle out tanks in the VCC?
Yes.
They do?
Yes.
Okay.
And sometimes they will have to move stuff around, fit something new in. So the Stritzfarm that we walked past, that
Okay.
actually used to be housed down at the back of this hall.
Right.
Huh.
And then obviously over the years they've updated this hall to be something new, so it got moved out into the VCC. But the VCC is all climate controlled, so all of the tanks in there are very protected from
Okay.
any of the elements, because
Good to know.
corrosion, salt water being down in Dorset and the rest
My
of it.
fingerprints.
Your fingerprints, yeah.
and fingerprints. But lads, we are here to talk more about the roadmap.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
shall we start with another? They asked, we've done, HMS Tog is setting sail again.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So first debuted early 2026. We know you wanted it. We wanted to bring it back, and I'm excited because I never got to play it in the live game before either. So I'm with you as a player, wanted to see it. Really, in the gameplay, we haven't really changed much in terms of the actual gameplay, but we've done a lot of new art improvements, including a new storm variant. So there's actually 2 variants of the map that will be happening. We've shown better borders, so you know you're not going to run into the edges while you're in your artillery mode. It is an artillery barrage style gun gameplay, so you have to, when you're fighting your opponents, we do encourage you to lead your shots. There's been a lot of big improvements, especially to the effects in the water. You can see here in the pictures, like the stormy versions of it and the water reflections are really great. And these are going to be carried on throughout the rest of our maps as we're doing updates as well. I think the other big piece of the pie is that we're expanding it from 7v7 to 10v10.
Yes.
Yeah. So super
I
excited to
have a
bring this
very
up to you.
important question from chat.
Lay it on me.
The garage image that they keep seeing,
Yeah.
is that garage gear, or is that how the Tog is actually displayed?
No, that's how the Tog is actually displayed in the garage. Or I'm sorry, the garage would use
So
it.
it gets its own little paddling pool.
Yeah,
It
sure.
does.
Well, of course it does.
This was our solution to best accommodate the HMS Tog in the multiple garages that we have for the players. For those of you that were part of our first debut of HMS Tog back in 2016, you might remember we actually created we dug down into the garage and created kind of a pool lane.
Yeah.
But we couldn't do that with the customizable garage and the other gantry garage. So the artists had a little bit of fun with it.
They had some fun.
Yes.
Admittedly, that duck does give me the creeps with its smile. That's not right for a rubber ducky. But
Well,
also,
and with the rubber ducky, you're not going to see, that's not the last you'll see of that rubber ducky, I'm
oh
sure.
no. But, okay. They are also asking if we could turn it into a garage gear.
It's a possibility. Absolutely.
Because apparently,
Do you want the pool or just the pool with the
I
ducky?
think they want all of it.
The
No,
whole
all of
thing.
it.
The pool with the Tog with the duck.
No, I like this piece of feedback. Let's see what we can do.
Zach Toole, tell me there's a rubber ducky skin for the Tog.
I would actually prefer a ship skin. Turn it into an actual ship, like the wooden boarding and everything.
Yes, exactly. We actually did talk about, like for Talk Like a Pirate Day, being able to put like a pirate skin or something on it. But
Hoist the sails.
yeah, but not featured this time around. Instead, we were just featuring on the gameplay and the new maps and getting all that set up for you.
Yes, and no, the duck is not called Randy. It's one of his cousins. Right, so.
Yeah, so stay tuned. Looking forward to seeing you in the battlefields. It's been a great amount of fun. There's been a lot of smack talk as we play it in-house. Yeah.
It's not smack talk while you're over here, it's trash talk.
Trash talk.
Trash talk. But, moving on, we have debuted HMS Tog and revealed he's coming back later this year.
Yes.
You've also been working quite hard on updating some of our audio systems.
Yeah, so about 6 months ago, I had a really good talk with Brendan Blewett, who is our audio director, and he had some great ideas and feedback, to which we then put together a thing that I call the Firing and Driving Initiative. So Brendan's been the strike team leader on this and actually building it up over the last 6 months, really looking at all of our tanks, of all of our audio, all of the effects and things that we're doing. And really the whole goal of this is to bring a much more immersive experience to the players that also helps inform you as what's going on in the battlefield and give you better tactical choices from that. Now, what comes in the firing package? We're doing things like the biggest part is going from mono to actual stereo on the audio, right? So the tank sounds, the engine sounds, the firing sounds are really much more immersive and just sound awesome. We got better reverb for shell impacts, ricochets, and debris, everything that breaks apart. You're getting much better simulated, not just on the exterior, but when you're in sniper mode in the interior as well, you're hearing a different sound as how it would sound like as if you're in the tank. let's see, when it comes to firing the gun, the audio and visual feedback differs based on the distance in which the tanks were hit. So the impact of the audio distance is attenuated for multiple layers of audio, and the speed of the sound and how far you're firing at your target. And Bam, correct me if I'm right, this is also for the different ammo types, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, that we do represent that.
So how about we let them have a listen to some of this new audio?
Yeah, why listen to me when you can listen to the audio? I like this.
How we just picked a hill and decided to, I'm just going to drive up it.
Well, the whole goal here is you're hearing the actual engine grinding more as you're going up the hill. You're also with the effects that we talked about. It's not just about firing.
Pierce their armor.
But it's also about all the smoke from your engine coming out.
Yep.
So you're basically hearing like a different Doppler effect and hitting on it. Better sounds of the shells flying by.
The track is damaged. They hit one of our tracks.
And of course, that is populate between exterior and interior sound effects.
Yeah, if you're driving through a map,
Target penetrated.
you're going to hear like the engine sounds reverbing off the tunnel.
Enemy armor is hit.
And one more.
Zero penetration. Target is hit. We barely grazed them.
The other thing that you're seeing here is all the effects from the weapon fire have been updated. So different shells, different rounds, different smoke vents off the different things. So you're getting much clearer and much cleaner and just more brighter effects off all of the firing. Not just the hit effects, but the firing as well.
It does
Enemy
sound
vehicle
incredible.
scrapped.
And chat they seem very
Loving it.
excited by this. They are saying it's a lovely improvement. When's it coming? And obviously the coming part is later this year.
Yes.
You want screaming in the tank when it gets hit. I mean, I don't think that they would scream. I think they may be slightly panicked, but screaming seems a bit far-fetched.
But that does bring up a different and another part of this, which is all part of the firing and driving improvement, and that is actually talking about the crew. So with the crew, the generic male and female tank voices, we've gone through the script again. Again, credit to Mr. Blewett, our audio director, who really helped drive this. And we've cleaned up the chatter that you're hearing so that it makes more sense to what's happening on the battlefield. Again, making sure that you're getting the right feedback so that you can make the right choices for your tactics on the battlefield, right?
Yes.
One more thing. And this is just I wouldn't say the tip of the iceberg. We made a big hit here, but it's something that we're continually working on and building out.
So, that's audio. The visual effects and also some of the default VOs that we've been working on. I also heard that they mentioned a taco truck. And I also heard that this taco truck might be showing its face during Metal Fest.
Metal Fest! Yes, it's going to be showing up in Metal Fest. So last year, we had all the porta-poos that you guys were driving over and exploding and getting medals for. Well, you got to have some food at any kind of Metal Fest as well. So this year you're going to see the taco truck, is how we say it, not taco. This taco truck will be random. It'll be placed around the map hidden. If you find it and drive over it, well, you can get a medal as well, but they're going to be hard to find. And of course, it has a cool kind of splody effects that's being worked on. So, yep. See if you can find the taco truck at Metal Fest.
Well, Zagtul is very excited for this. I feel like he might just go through hunting down the taco trucks. Nothing else, just hunt out tacos.
Go for the taco truck.
Go for the taco truck. Absolutely.
Needed his garage gear, apparently.
Everybody wants the garage gear. It can be. It can be.
Making notes.
Let's take a note. Right, high priority ticket to me. Okay.
Metal Fest will be later this year. It's not too far away, but you've
Not too
still
far
got
away,
a little bit of
we
time
have
left.
not announced who's on Metal Fest, but look for the concert flyer coming soon
Yes.
for
soon.
Metal Fest.
As chat like to say, soon TM.
Soon TM.
Soon TM. And now, we don't have any many images to show, but you guys did want to bring mention of our radar maps.
Yes.
Absolutely. You want to take this one, Bam?
Yes, please. So we didn't have this on the roadmap image that we shared with you guys earlier, but we felt strongly that this would be another thing that you, the fans, would love to see brought back into the game. And that is the mini map and your mega map in-game, bringing the color back to the maps. That is, if you're on a summer map, if you're on a desert map, you see more of that rich green of the foliage, of the grass. You get more detail added into the maps as well. Winter maps, well, those will still be kind of a whiter grayscale, but you still get more detail added into those. However, one thing I want to stress, in addition to bringing back the color into the radar maps, we are choosing to retain some of the elements that are important information feedback points on the radar maps currently. That is having drawn out roads for the pathing on the maps, having very clear blocked out regions that are like maybe mountains or out of the gameplay space regions. This really helps for understanding flanks a lot better and understanding like, okay, I can't go through that, that's blanked out. So we're doing more of a combination of the color maps with what the maps look like today.
Again, the whole goal of this is to give you better tactical situational awareness to make choices in the game. We want to make sure that you have everything we can do to supply that, so it gives you the tools to be the top of the charts.
Yeah.
Yes, right. So, of everything we've just been discussing, what's your guys' favorites?
Of the stuff that we just talked about?
Yeah, of everything we've just spoke about, from tugboats to
maps.
maps.
That Hetzer in the VCC, which I've yet to see.
Shocking answer. Shocking answer.
I mean, I love the tugboats, but really all the firing and driving initiatives that we've done, as you heard, even when I play it, I just really enjoy it more. It really makes a big impact to the game. It's really leveling it up.
I'm close to seconding that because I had a chance to sit in this audio studio at the office, 7.1 surround sound, and hearing how impressive it really is. I know you guys enjoyed what we showcased on stream, but if you guys have great headphones at home or a great sound setup for your entertainment center, you're going to love these sort of changes. In terms of what did I feel is the thing that I love what we announced today, Togboat. It's got to be the Togboat and the rubber ducky pool.
The Togboat. People, well, they have been glamoring for that for years at this point.
I forgot how it had played for so long. So it was also a refresher for us when we brought it back. Like, oh yeah, okay, this is how it operates.
Brought it back, dusted it
up.
off.
Lead your shots, aim ahead.
You know, I never got to play it.
You missed out on our playtest.
Now you will.
I missed out on playtest because you guys kept breaking stuff.
It took us a while, yes.
And I didn't actually get to play the OG version.
Ah, that was a little bit before your time here.
Yes,
okay.
So I will be, like some of the guys in chat, it will be the first time I am trying this event when it debuts later this year.
Shout out in chat, who was there for 2016 debut of Togboat mode? HMS Togboat. I know a lot of you guys were there.
Winged Racer said he has. Wait, he's played in the playtest.
And Winged Race has just been around for donkeys at this point.
Yeah.
He's basically part of the furniture.
Nicodemus, excellent.
We can't even keep up with the chat here.
Yeah, excellent. Well, now you get to play it again.
Coming soon.
Right. And on that note, as everybody's still going, it's like, me. I think we have got one last VT to run, and then we will be in the home stretch.
All right.
So, let's take a little look at this next clip. Okay, and here behind me we have got Challenger. Now, this Challenger in specific is actually the Mark III variant, which quite a few of you should know, considering it is one of our Challenger variants in-game. And it's also, at least in this lovely cafe, one of the most modern tanks here. because around me we have got Challenger, of course, we've got Centurion, we've got Tortoise right over in the corner. It's also the hall which is home to Tog, and we also have Conquerors and Chieftains in this hall. So it really is a walk through time to see just how far we came with tank development once you start looking at the design of things like Challenger and also Chieftain. Because like we mentioned earlier, if it wasn't for Chieftain, we probably would never have gotten Challenger. Well, that is probably our shortest VT of the day.
Didn't get enough time for a bathroom break on that one.
Didn't get enough time for a bathroom break on that one. But yes, lots of different tanks all along this museum. And yes, we found a way to get the Tog in there for you guys. Oh dear, the obsession with Tog, it's just amazing.
Did any of you catch some of our Easter eggs, our little hints and maps of maybe the HMS Togboat?
Oyster Bay. I definitely caught them. But I look so tiny against the Challenger. I look tiny against most tanks. If we're honest.
I mean, that's true for everybody, let's be clear. Tanks are meant to be beefy, massive, and powerful.
Right. Now, we do still have stuff to talk about.
Couple more things.
And I think we get started with something that we have already begun.
Sure. We have already started rolling out some updates to our wheeled vehicles in the game. We understand that this was also a thing that you guys had asked for some improvements in the controls and handling in the past. Our World War II mode line of French wheelies now have updated handling as well as their drive feel. We have also made significant strides in movement finesse and general drive feeling, and they move much better. While, let's be honest with ourselves, there's still much more to do. We're excited that these vehicles have received some much needed love. And plus, it paves the way for perhaps new releases in the future.
Is that a hint?
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. That's all I'll say.
Okay, so, right, I see how it is. Wonder what tank that could be. Well, but we could go,
Maybe it's a tank with wheels.
Well, if I said what I wanted to say, I would get told off, so, yes. Do we get a nation hint?
No, I'm going to keep this one close to the chest. Maybe next time.
I tried. He's playing hard to get. Imagine that.
Hey, we shared a lot of awesome content with everyone today. Gotta keep a few things close to the chest, zip tight on any sort of dates.
Okay, I see how it is. Portal articles for Banners of Valor will be straight after this stream. The portal article going through everything that we've discussed here and giving you another look over the roadmap will be Monday morning BST.
Perfect.
Because there is a lot of news to be telling you about for Banners of Valor. Right then, shall we maybe talk about something else we are currently kind of working on?
Yes.
That impacts rockets and their dispersion.
Of course. So currently, ATGMs are not affected by dispersion or even gravity into the game. And since unguided rockets are built on top of our ATGM system, they aren't either. This creates an inconsistency within the game itself. Why are shells affected by dispersion, but not unguided rockets? Additionally, in real life, ATGMs are typically fired while stationary or at extremely low speeds. And rockets are typically less accurate than shells when fired from a rifled gun. So, in addition to dispersion changes, we also have previously announced Rocket Scientist, the Commander skill. Do you guys all remember last October? The list of equipment and skill changes. We didn't forget about the ones that we said were on the docket, but just couldn't make it in time for that initial release.
Of course.
So that is still on the docket, coming soon, to help provide players opportunity to create more specialized commander builds with more niche skills. So Rocket Scientists will add a % increase in velocity to unguided rockets.
Oh, so they get there faster, which means people will have to dodge quicker.
A little bit.
Dodging quicker, running away quicker. There's the same difference, really, isn't it? But what made you go down the path of rocket dispersion and bringing this update alive?
So we know that rockets can be a bit unwieldy, especially if you're on the move and trying to fire really quickly.
Yes.
But you can fire a rocket from one end of a map to the other. Maybe you're sniping a distant target, and it's just a straight flying thing. There's never any sort of dip.
Yes, no, there isn't.
And there's also situations we know where there are tanks, Calliope maybe, where players can really rapidly spam a bunch of rockets into a target, and it's just going to beeline straight into their enemy.
I wouldn't know anything about this.
Nothing about it.
Nothing
Maybe that was
about
a very prized tank to use in some of our recent event modes.
Maybe.
So this is going to add a little bit more dispersion, requiring a little bit more careful aim for your rockets if you really want to land on your target.
Yes, and well, a lot of you will already have been trying to learn how to aim these rockets because, well, they go in a straight line. If you want to hit something on the move, you've got to aim out here somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's going to add a little extra layer of skill, shall we say.
If you're aiming for something on the move, a big layer of skill.
A big layer of skill. Right. Now then, we've got one last topic.
One last.
And I don't think we're going to say too much on this.
Another tight-lipped one here.
Another tight-lipped one. And also, we do get some enjoyment over seeing all the guesses coming in on Discord. So, our last section is, of course, the World War II USSR tech tree.
Yes.
But again, we're going to remain a bit tight-lipped. You know that there is something in the works, and it's for World War II. So, we'll start the guessing game here. What do you think it could possibly be, chat?
An arty line.
Ooh, an arty line.
More flamethrower tanks.
That would be very interesting. Winged, get out of here. Behave. Accurate.
Yes, the Soviet
only.
Tog. Russian super heavies. Rockets line.
I'm seeing a lot of flamethrower asks.
Interesting.
No arty. So, Shield, I shouldn't pop by one of your streams and ask for arty then.
Arty party.
He loves it when I do that, really. Just pop on in, ask for some T92 gameplay. Very casual. And he always does it.
Yeah.
Every single time, even though he says he doesn't like it. A taco tank.
Hold on. Lux, assault SPGs. Quick and nimble and get into the front line.
But
Only
isn't
to
that just, okay, maybe they're not quick and nimble, but Sturm Tiger.
maybe a Storm Tiger. Okay.
Sturm Tiger would definitely fit.
Fall in that line.
Yeah.
I can see that. Stalin's bathtub.
So there are lots of interesting ideas. I particularly like flamethrowers, if I'm honest. That would be really cool.
A bit of a niche weaponry we have in the game. It has been a while since we've had another flamethrower come out for us.
Yes, it would be something interesting. But I do believe that now brings us to the end of everything we wanted to talk about.
What do we think, chat? Was this not the best Tankfest announcement stream?
As one of our PC colleagues is being loud as he walks past. It's all good. We knew this was going to happen when we set up.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're embracing it. We want people to feel involved here.
Yeah.
But here we go. We're goated. Lizard. Hey, Lizard KB was. No, it was not Lizard KB. I was Lizard napped.
Lizard napped.
I was Lizard napped. That's what happened. It was a good time. Best Tankfest stream I've seen.
What was your guys' highlights? What was the best announcement you have heard today? We talked a little bit about our. What was your favorite announcement today?
My favorite was probably the new tech tree.
The new tech tree.
Switzerland, new nation. It's so much in there, and it's just incredible to see a complete new nation come to life.
Yeah, it's been a long while. About 5 years, I recall.
So yes, very excited for that one. But also, hearing about Challenger 3 has got me very excited. Very, very excited.
Well, hey, I'll make another call out as well for any watchers right now. If you guys are here at Tankfest, I said at the top of the stream,
Yes.
come and see us. We're here all weekend. Don't be shy. We'll do some questions and answers. If you guys want photo ops and such, we're here for it.
But I might crack all the cameras.
That
We
might
had
what?
to get very expensive ones for the cameras not to crack on this stream.
Oh,
The face, you know?
fair enough, fair enough. But it's been an awesome stream. And KB, thank you for having myself on and all of our wonderful, fabulous guests, as you would call them.
We have had a lot of fabulous guests, including also, you know, some ducks and some pineapples. Oh dear, oh dear. I don't think he enjoys me calling him that somehow. Just seeing a shaking head off to one of the sides. But no, it has been an incredibly good day. We've also had a lot of fun. We've shown a lot of stuff off.
Yes.
I am, like a certain Mr. Cutland said earlier, also going to give my thanks to the team that are behind the scenes, because without them, we would never have pulled off this level
yes, technical wizards back there.
Yes, we would never have been able to pull off something like this on our own. So absolutely, you guys have really been a key part of what we needed. Our best friends in chat, a certain Mr. Guida. Yes, he is.
Guida, good to see you, my friend.
Oh dear. He's only here because he's missing the stream.
Yeah.
He totally wanted to be involved.
I know he would have had something nefarious planned for this stream if you were here.
And because I've seen it crop up a couple of times now, the moving of the studio is going extremely smoothly in the background. We are working with all teams involved to ensure a smooth transition and to, as best as possible, mean there is no disruption to any of you. That's the update I have right now. As we get more information, we will, of course, pass that on to you. And yes, I am building a garden office. It will probably also host a lot of my hobbying. Maybe I'll build another tank in there.
I have to share some pictures of that soon. You were showing me the pictures. It's coming out great. I think it's wonderful.
It is looking incredibly good down there. So yes, very excited for that. So, on that note, Mr. Bam,
Yes.
have you enjoyed today?
It's been wonderful, great energy. Glad to see so many familiar faces here in-house and on stream. I couldn't be happier. And glad to be back at Tankfest again. I missed you guys all last year, so thanks for having me back.
We love having you on stream, and I get complained at by these guys if I don't get you on stream at times, so it's one of those of, when can I drag him out? And suddenly the opportunity appeared.
Happy to be here.
And of course, all of our fabulous guests, I'm sure they have enjoyed joining us for the day, if not the weekend, because some of them will just linger around for the entire weekend. Not that certain people over there will, but I also believe that it is now time to start getting some coffee into me, because I'm beginning to flag. If I'm honest, chat, I am really beginning to flag now.
Myself as well. The jet lag is starting to really take shape.
Yes, so we are going to start loving and leaving you, but of course, stick around if you're on Twitch. We do have our after party planned. Zachtool is going to be going live and carrying on for, I'm hoping, at least 4 more hours, Sin.
Thank you, Sacktool.
I'm hoping he's going to carry us home. You will have more opportunities to earn lots of the camo, the inscriptions, and extra goodies across the entire weekend. And of course, Zachtool Taco Party. Zachtool Taco Party. Are you ready for everybody, Zach? I hope you are, because I've not actually had any of the notifications if anybody's live yet.
No pressure.
So on that note, we will just, of course, run our normal end of scene, end of stream videos. And once we're ready, we will send you all over to Zach. And if you're on YouTube, it is, of course, time to love you and leave you and see you all again on Tuesday when we will be playing Banners of Valor. And on that note, chat, it's bye from us at Tankfest.
Bye-bye. See you on the battlefield.
Bye-bye.